Last time on Wild West The Reckoning, after two previous past weeks of adventure and that being resolved, we return now to the Spirit Chasers, having just finally rooted out the orc incursion beneath Glacier Break and finding a series of tunnels in which led out of the mountain further to the north. They found a variety of arms and armaments, siege weapons, and even a drow mage who, through a bit of a challenging fight, managed to slay him, and learned that the orcs were commanded to carve a crest of blood here. For what purpose, they do not know. However, this drow mage was supposed to report back to his superiors by the next blood moon. Gathering what they could, what would be of use to them in this coming potential different battles from the creature that is still encroaching upon Austin, and perhaps whatever else may continue with these orcs. They left the cave and began venturing back towards Glacier Break. That's where we're
I'm
going
on my
to
way.
begin. So, you guys don't have your usual cart with you in Kothor, but you did find
Two
some
carts. Yeah.
carts, yeah, that could be pulled. I'd say Ed could reasonably and easily pull one of them, and Walter, probably the other one, considering that you're the two more strength inclined
Yeah, I
individuals.
think that's what we were doing.
Okay.
Do you know how much travel time it takes?
Um, you feel like from where you are, because you sort of came out on a cave a bit of a ways up the mountain, overlooking the plains, and after getting down the series of switchbacks to get down to like actual level ground, um, how long had I said that you traveled underground? I think you had traveled like, was it like 6 hours, or is that too much? I think it was less than that, right? It was more like,
I think it was like early to mid-afternoon is what was said, like when we saw daylight again.
okay, and you guys had went down first thing in the morning, essentially?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, so about 6-ish hours. You think,
We could probably
if
get
you,
back in half the time because there was a lot of twists and turns.
yeah, reasonably, because there is a road that sort of kind of like, uh, hugs the root of the mountain going all the way north and southwards, that you know to be part of Glacier Break's like territory, and managed by them. So I'll say you guys, with relative ease, managed to bring the carts and the supplies that you've procured down the switchback and get down and out onto the nearby road and begin proceeding southwards back towards Gate Town. Which I believe Jimmy is still with you.
Jimmy the Rat.
Jimmy the Rat! And
Yo, everybody loves Jimmy the Rat.
everyone loves Jimmy the Rat. And yeah, so you just kind of going along. Jimmy's like casually walking ahead of you guys because he's not like burdened by any supplies, and he's got his hands interlaced behind his head, just kind of like casually, like with a slight lean back as he's walking down the road, whistling to himself.
So, Jimmy, how does it feel to be walking on two legs rather than four?
Oh, that's great. You know, crawling around all the time wasn't really my bag.
Any memories popping back at all?
Some. I remember being in a cage. That's about it.
Were you afraid?
Kind of. I remember a really angry looking lady and then a goblin that was yelling a lot. Probably nothing.
Okay. All right.
So, I'm probably gonna hang around and do my own thing for a little bit. I hope you guys don't mind about that, since you're my rescuers and all.
I have no issues with it, but if you want help trying to figure out who you were, Glacier Break is probably your best bet.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking, but it was kind of hard to communicate with people when I was a rat. Lucky you came along, huh?
Yeah, now you can actually articulate your words so which they can understand.
Yeah.
How you doing there, Walter?
I'm good. Just trudging away.
It's a bit heavy. Not so much so that you can't handle it, but I believe
Okay, if
there's
I'm
a lot of firearms and like 3/4 of a Gatling gun in at least one of those.
yeah. Also, if I'm correct, we're gonna get to a point where we're gonna have to make a pulley system.
Uh, oh, to get it out of the cart?
Get everything up because we went downwards. Remember?
I mean, he said there's a path.
We're
Yeah,
not
you
climbing up a
guys.
cliff. We're
No, there was a switchback from the cliff face
Yeah, there's a.
cave.
Oh,
Yeah, yeah. I'm
okay.
sorry, because I don't think I have you on the map right now. Here, I'll just to remind you real quick. Where is it? Oh no, that is adventure maps, not the right maps at all. Where the fuck did I put these? Oh, there we go. You had popped out over this way and taken this switchback down the side of the mountain. Because Glacier Break is built into the mountain, and you did go down, but to get up to Gate Town, it's not like there are parts of Glacier Break that you haven't been into that do delve deeper into the mountain. And Bjorn had even told you that they do have mines, but it's not like a general access thing unless you're a resident and you work said mines.
Gotcha.
But yeah, so essentially it's kind of like Glacier Break's elevated, but in the mountain. You went down and you're still kind of at an elevation coming out.
So we're just essentially we went up through the back and now we're going back to the front.
Sort of, yeah. Yeah. Well, if it was really the back, you'd be on the opposite side of the mountain chain.
But yeah,
And there's a
But
whole train ride to do that.
yeah, which takes about a week. But yeah. Because it goes from here to, I
Oregon.
believe, yeah, it
Oh
goes
yeah,
to
to not Oregon. It
Tw-
goes to because we went to Twin Falls
Utah.
and then Canyon City.
yeah, I think the train station stopped just outside of Twin Falls, like less
No, it was
than.
not outside of Twin Falls. It was like
No, it was like here.
I can't ping. There we go. It was like around here ish.
Yeah.
It
So
was north
you
of
pop
Salt
out near
Lake.
the Salt Lake, yeah. So
We didn't go through the Salt Flats, but
no.
Right. Well, there was time in the woods before we got to Twin Falls because that's where we were at the camp with the family.
That's right.
the
Yes, and they said that they were heading to Oregon.
the Baskin Robbins.
Did I say their name with the Robins?
I'd have to look at Gabriel's sheet. I don't
I
have
feel like I
access
might
to
have.
Gabriel's extra
That sounds
characters
like
there
something I would have done.
because I wrote down their name and that they're going to Oregon.
Can't we tell Gabriel's the BDAG of
Near
the
coast in
campaign?
Oregon County, the Baskins.
The Baskins. Okay, Baskin Robbins. Gotcha.
Yeah, they were trying to skip Carol.
They were. Yeah, they were. It was actually the Tiger King you were speaking to. But yeah, and I'll say you continue on the roadway for the better part of about 3 hours until eventually you find yourself just on the outskirts of Gate Town. Ba-do-ba-do-ba-do. Gate Town. Yay!
So corporate.
Yeah. They really sold out.
H-Town's really lost its way, guys.
Yep.
Upon arriving at Gate Town, you would notice that there's not nearly as many tourists as there has been upon your previous visits. Things are there's like more of a I guess like a dour mood, and people are just kind of like going about their business, not really like stopping around and talking. And you do see more of a guard presence than you had before.
I guess the orc captain told Bjorn stuff.
It was pretty quick. They must have good interrogators.
I mean, we live in a world of magic. Probably
Maybe they're just
compelled him to tell
broken.
the truth.
So just to clarify, are you going to be bringing all of the stuff with you in through the entryway? Or are you like stopping off and like trying to sell it or like have it
Yeah, we were gonna
stay
sell it.
like okay. All
And
right.
there's a few
To
smithies that
who?
we had been seen before. They'll probably repurpose some of the things. I don't know.
How much do we even have?
2 carts full.
Yeah. Did you write down everything you took?
You didn't tell
I
us.
think Ed did.
I thought I did. I thought I did tell you.
Did
Yeah,
not.
I thought Luke was doing it, but
Oh,
I don't
oh,
have
I did
access to
write
his
down.
sheet. Only have
I did
access.
write down something.
Swear to God, I told you.
I believe you did.
I have 52 pounds worth of gunpowder barrels.
So right. So there was a gunpowder barrel that one of you had taken. And then I said, all right, looking back at this one, there's a bunch of mail,
Oh,
which you took the mail. I believe that crate had guns. That one had swords. And then in the main room with Bugbear 5e battle, let's see, the Cave River one. There was crates full of rations. There was barrels with oil. I believe those two were crates of rifles. That was another one of swords, and I believe one of them was full of axes. So I don't remember if you took any of the crates from the river cave room.
no, because we just kept going.
Right.
No, we took a couple things out of them, but not.
Hey, like Center took a musket. I know that.
Yeah, we mainly
And
took
I
the
took
equipment
a
from the main room.
I took a healer's kit.
Yes, that was another thing. Yeah, there was the healer's kits. So yeah, you have all of that and 3/4 of a Gatling gun.
So, who would purchase 52 pounds worth of gunpowder?
The local guard.
Yeah, probably.
Why
You'd
is-
have to find out.
I mean, we talked to Bjorn about it.
That's a long way to look at. It's a good way. It was a little ways from Gate Town to uh Glacier Break proper.
Just gonna put Mary down for now.
That's not Mary.
Oh, that's not Mary. What the fuck? There we go.
I did tab out for a second. Did you put down Jimmy the Rat when you said you were putting down Mary?
No, I accidentally put down Aaron
Oh,
because they're like right next to each other for me. It would be funny
they
though
do be next to each other.
if I put down Jimmy the Rat. So yeah, you. I'm trying to think of places that you guys would potentially. I believe I had said that this was where like the foreman was for the miners and like that sort of like working group. Um, brothel, love it. I hate it because it's like they're all named this, and uh, you know that there's a smithy. I'm forgetting where I said the smithy was. Like just a general one that isn't as good as the guy that's inside of actual Glacier Break. I think he might be over here.
Well, he is now.
Yeah, he is now.
All right. Now, who to find first to try to sell this crap to?
Well, the gunpowder could probably go to the foreman so they can mine.
That actually wouldn't be a bad idea. Let's go to the foreman.
Already.
Mary, thoughts?
Sorry, didn't realize I forgot I muted my mic. Uh, yeah, I think that's a good idea.
Alrighty. So see you. Head on over to the foreman.
I'll follow
Yeah.
Walter because I've never been here before.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Um, so you'd come up into the building, kind of like loosely like a bit of a guild hall on the lower floor, but then like what seemed to be a series of offices upstairs, and just a lot of very grimy and like some of them soot covered dwarves kind of milling about doing stuff. Some of them in their groups having, I guess at this point it would be lunch, and they're having drinks and stuff, and then you see up on the second level, sort of like leaning over the banister, um, seemingly reading like from a ledger, the dwarf that you would recognize as the foreman. He's got like one of those uh, almost like a hard hat, but kind of more like in the Hobbit movies where like it's got like the little candle holders so that
Yeah,
like
I
you
get
can
what you
have
mean.
light that way. And she's sort of leaning over, looks down, sees you guys come in. Oh, well, it's been a while. You looking
Hello.
to come work in the mines? Get some backbreaking labor in?
Nope.
Builds character.
I
Has
have
Walter
plenty of
been to Gate
character.
Town before? I don't think he
You said what?
has.
Walter, none of us three have.
Oh wait, he's been to Gate Town to stay the night. He hasn't really
Oh yeah.
experienced it.
Well, Ed would be with you, and he probably wouldn't not recognize him at the very least.
Yeah, Ed and
Uh,
Marcus have been here.
Yeah.
yeah. So I'll just say like Ed looks up. Yeah, these guys got some stuff to sell, right?
We've got some
Yes.
gunpowder. I don't know if axes are good for mining.
They're not.
They're
Are they
not okay.
pickaxes?
No, just an axe.
Might be able to repurpose them. He quite literally walks like halfway around and then just slides down the banister to the first floor. Does a little hop off, comes on over. All right, well, let me see what you got.
I put both hands into the bag folding, pull out 52 pounds worth of gunpowder.
And he'll
Yeah, so it's
take
just that
the crate
big
of
barrel.
axes off one of the carts and put it on the ground.
All right, he'll come over to that first. He'll unlatch it, throw it open, start looking at them. Oh, these are a pretty alright quality. It's not dwarven steel, but I'm assuming humans made this.
Unknown origin, actually. Actually, wait, no, I could probably figure it out. It would be a Smith tools check.
Yeah.
Let me read the exact thing. Yeah, this would work. So just just roll Smith tools.
Yeah, it won't be a high DC.
I'll cast
I mean,
guidance on
you're
myself.
literally a smith. Oh, yeah,
That's a
more
low
than me.
roll.
It's low.
And most of your
That's a
smithing,
4.
you know, human smithing.
Yeah, these are human make. You wouldn't like notice like a particular like you don't know exactly where they're made, but you can assume. I believe I had said that the weapons crates you could just barely see under the blood painted mark of the spleen eaters. What looked to be like the remnants of like a wood burn with the CSA logo for the Confederate States. So somewhere in the South.
Yeah, these are axes from the Confederates, repurposed by orcs to invade glacial break, glacier break, not glacial break, glacier break, and re, taken by us to sell to you.
All right, all right. I'm sorry. Did you say orcs?
They're dead
Yeah.
now.
All right.
Well,
Um,
at least the ones here.
let's see. They weren't great axes, they were battle axes, I think I said. Battle axe 5e. And I think I said there was about 20 of them in there. Well, they're all right quality. I could offer you about say 150 gold for the lot of them. I'd give you more, but we do have to, you know, repurpose them, reforge them into pickaxes, and
Yeah,
that'll
I get that.
cost a bit of labor.
Yep.
All right, and you have this. What is this? You said a gunpowder barrel.
52 pounds worth of gunpowder.
All right.
It's a good thing Bruce isn't here.
Conjures images of him accidentally sparking the whole thing up and exploding. 50, 52. Can give you about 500 for it. We could turn it into blasting charges for the mines.
What's my knowledge? Does that sound like an appropriate amount?
I have a feature for this.
You do, yeah. So it says here
Oh, fuck.
that
Good job, Walter.
a gunpowder keg is about 250 for about 20 pounds worth. You said 52.
52.
Yeah, so he seems to be underselling a little bit, but
Oh
it's
no, this much gunpowder is worth a bit more than that. I understand it for the axes, but the gunpowder, this stuff is pretty valuable.
aye, that it is. That it is. Well, what do you have in mind?
You said how much did you say it was for 20? You said 10 or 20 pounds.
250 gold for 20 pounds.
And this is
52.
52.
250, so 500. Let's just say an even 500.
Oh well.
Well, yeah, that's what he was
what
gonna.
his- that's
Yeah, that's what he was gonna give you. He was gonna give you 500.
never
'cause
mind.
That would be for about 40 pounds worth.
Okay, yeah.
yeah.
The numbers confused me. I thought he was going to give us 250 for the lot.
Oh no.
No, fuck that. Murder time. If
No,
that's the case.
that would be him trying to fleece you. No, he's underselling it a bit.
200. So that would be about.
How
40 pounds.
about 610?
Make a persuasion check.
I'll cast guidance on him.
Guidance.
Waste.
12.
I should have been the one to roll persuasion.
I should have
but
been
I'm
the
the
one to
one
roll
that's-
persuasion.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah. He said 610.
610.
525.
600, final offer.
I'll let you make a persuasion check, but the DC's higher.
I
Okay.
will guidance him instead.
Probably
Jesus Christ.
not enough time to do that.
Yeah, no, you're gonna just have to roll it, unfortunately.
Alright.
No.
Fucking.
Yeah, beating
That's
my
low.
fucking. It's low, yeah, but I should have set a higher DC, but I didn't.
Oh, you know
Fine.
what? No, I have an level of exhaustion. I have disadvantage.
Oh, do you?
Roll higher.
Yep.
Wait for it to be higher.
Yep.
Oh my
There
god! All right, you drive a hard bargain, Missy. 600 it is.
Oh, I had exhaustion too. Let me reroll. That's Smith tools. Oh, yeah, that's way better.
Yeah. So 200 for the axes, 600 for the barrel. Puts you at about 800. Was there anything else you were looking to offload?
Nothing else here.
Alrighty. You see him writing down a bunch of stuff in his ledger, and once he finishes that up, he'll close the book. Give me a minute.
You have 30 seconds.
He will kind of nod towards a group of like two other dwarves sitting at a table enjoying their meals, and the one will get up, come on over. He'll whisper something to him. He immediately scurries off somewhere into the back in one of the rooms, and returns shortly thereafter with a pouch with your money, and he'll hand it to you.
So that's
It should all be there. You can count it if you need to.
150 plus 600.
That's 200. 200. Oh, yeah, no, yeah, that's right. Yeah, it was 150. I'm sorry. That's right. He did down cost because they have to convert it. 200 is what he said it would have been.
So we're
Or
looking at
what I had said mentally.
750.
150 plus 600.
Yeah, 750.
750 to divide. Walter,
Technically
Mary,
6 ways.
Marcus, Ed, Jarvis, Center. Yep. 6. So 750. $125 evenly.
Nice.
I'll put
If
25 more gold on Marcus's sheet.
if you come across any other sort of mining equipment that you don't need, keep me in mind.
If we're in the area and we come across mining equipment.
All right. And
Speaking of which, let's see if we can check on the Smith while we're here. Well, no, first report back to Bjorn. Then the Smith.
whatever you decide to do.
As you wish.
Say Jimmy fucked off to the broken anvil.
I would have given Jimmy a bottle before he parted.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
All right. Yeah, I'll take.
It's always good
Gee,
to have
thanks.
demon owe you favors.
I'm just a
yeah.
rat. No.
Of I'll DM you what bottle it is.
Okay. All right.
You might know.
I have a feeling. Very good. Amazing. Okay. Yeah, he'll take it and he'll like give you a little smirk. And before he leaves, he will reach into his coat pocket and produce a button, and he'll hand it to you.
Okay.
And then he kind of in like a hushed tone, uh, if you ever need me, hold on to it and turn it over in your hand 3 times and say, yeah.
Oh. Okay.
I thought it was. I didn't realize like it was like a shirt button. I thought like it was like a box with a button on it that you
No,
press.
no. It's a shirt button.
That makes much more sense for a rat.
Yeah. And yeah, and then he leaves. So yeah, so there is a Smith over by the Popeyes and Sears and Target. Which I don't believe you ever visited this one because just the option of the Master Smith in the city proper was probably more enticing.
That's the Smith you
Bruce
need to
did
visit.
when he was advertising for either
Bruce.
Bruce or Marcus did when they were advertising for the Thorn concert.
Oh yeah, yeah. They'd gone around to a number of places. So I'd say Marcus would know where it is if that's where he wanted to head, and he'd be like, "Sure, I'll lead the way." Unless you want to go into the city.
I mean, I don't think it'd be wise to disrespect. Shit! I didn't write his name down. Oh yeah, there it is. Beston Anvil Sword, Mr. Anvil Sword, with not as high quality dwarven steel that he'd be used to. Probably just the guy outside would be better.
Alright.
I mean, if we got it from orcs, isn't it an insult to any of them, really?
Hey, it's Confederate, used by orcs. Not even used by orcs. They had it. They didn't even use it. Confederate
not.
steel owned by orcs, not touched by them.
Okay.
Alright, well, come on. And Marcus will head you off in the direction of the blacksmith.
A fitting chance to see another smithy. It's fun for Walter.
While
Where did
they're
you say it
dealing with
was?
that, Jarp will say, "Oh, okay, we'll catch up with you guys in a bit. I'm gonna go talk with the other Smith."
The Toys R Us. The other smith is down over here.
The master smith.
No, the Master
Anvil
Smith is
in Gate Town.
Anvil Sword
Uh,
is inside
Glacier
in
Break, not Gate Town.
Yeah,
We're in
Glacier
Gate Town.
Break.
I'm going in the glacier break. I'll meet up with them later. I want that infernal iron.
Okay. Had you given that to him the day before?
Yes.
How long did he
Didn't
say
he
that
say it would
was
be
going
like
to
over a
take?
week?
Yeah, I
Did
think
he?
he said. I think he said it was going to take some time to process it. Yeah.
Okay, then never mind. I thought it would be like a day thing.
Well, infernal
If it were
iron is hard
regular
to
iron,
work. Yeah.
yeah. He's gotta heat that forge to a nice crisp hell temperature and get
666 degrees.
yeah, exactly 666. Yeah.
Any hotter, it doesn't work. Any colder, it doesn't work. It needs to be exactly 666.
He's got like a little like turkey thermometer and everything.
Ah, then never mind. I will stick with the group.
Alrighty. You make your way over to
Oh, actually, that's
uh,
rather cold for iron melting.
yeah. Yeah,
6,666.
it's 6,666. So you make your way over, and you would see this smithy uh, doesn't have a particular name on the outside of it, just the simple like blacksmith logo of like an anvil and hammer hanging from one of those like like little posts or whatever overhead of like the sort of like part of the roof that like hinges over the building. And
You could use better branding.
working away at the forge, you would see actually, hold on, I think I had something for this.
Is it a halfling?
uh
The great halfling smith of Gate Town.
no, you would see um oh, what the fuck are they called? Not tabaxi. uh Leonin.
A lion person.
Mhm.
Leonin, yeah, there you go.
Leonin, yeah.
Yeah. And he's got like a big like red fiery mane, but it's sort of been like matted down and kind of like pulled back away from the fire, but like his brow's all covered in a lot of soot, and same thing with like his big cat-esque nose. And he's currently pounding away at what looks like some horseshoes.
Is that a lion man?
I,
Say that out loud.
Mary's never seen one of these before.
unless there was one at the college, Walter hasn't either.
No, they're the only experience that any of you would have had with any sort of cat-like individuals would be
Rita.
Merrick and Rita. Yeah, Rita and her family, which they're not traditional tabaxi by any means, and Merrick is the only one that you've seen that's actually like a cat person. But this man's like very much a lion, and you could see he's got like really big arm muscles. Might have skipped leg day though. And you notice that like his ears would twitch, and he kind of like stops what he's doing and looks over in your direction. You know it is rude to stare.
Sorry, just we've seen tabaxi before, and a lion tabaxi is not something we thought we'd ever see.
Ah, I am not a Tabaxi.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Uh, I didn't mean to assume. Just we've only met sentient, the sentient cat people we've met have been tabaxi, so I guess that is assuming. But anyways, continue.
uh, well,
Anyways,
Well,
nice
dear
to meet
Miss
you.
Dwarf, I am a Leonin, a proud race of lion people from
Yes.
Ravnica.
There is, yeah. My people would normally take this as an insult, but I have come to deal with it. So, what can Githun do for you?
Oh no, they're from Theros, not Ravnica.
Yeah, they're from Theros.
Can we see your stock?
Oh, we appropriated some equipment to um that was planned to be used in raiding Glacier Break, but we've recovered it, and now we're going to be selling it to the populace of the region.
I see. Well, that would explain all the guards. Um, give me a moment, and he'll finish just hammering out the last bit of the horseshoe and just getting it in the right shape, and then he grabs it with a pair of tongs and dips it into an oil bath, brings it back out, checks it for its integrity, and then lays it on the anvil. All right.
Can I judge his technique from that?
Sure. Um,
Smith tools.
yeah, sure. Why not?
Disadvantage.
Didn't matter.
26.
Uh, it's he seemed to have a pretty good technique with it. The quench was good, and he seemed to be satisfied with it. He seemed to be checking for any sort of cracks forming from quenching too quickly or too high of a heat. I
I've
mean,
seen
it's a
some.
horseshoe.
Yeah, I've seen some smiths who just quench it and don't even check. You're definitely a good quality smith. You could use better branding though, to maybe stand yourself out, living kind of in the shadow of Bestian Anvil Sword, almost literally, because the mountain's right there. Um,
I took your meaning. Well, it's difficult. He said he took your meaning.
oh,
It's difficult. My surname, um, in the minds of folk that are non-dwarvish and dwarves that are new to the area, they seem to make the mistake that I am a dwarvish smith, and then they become upset uh, by what they see.
why not the lion's mane?
I could do that, but I have pride in my surname, and I think that Grand Shield is a good name.
Well, I mean like um, the lion's mane's grand shield smithy.
That's a mouthful.
Grand Shields presents the lion's mane smithy.
Still a bit of a mouthful.
I'm agreeing with the lady. It is a bit of a mouthful. We'll get to it one day. Who knows? But so you wish to see my wares, and you'll see as he takes off like those big, like forearm length leather gloves and lays them off to the side. Come with me into the shop. And he'll lead you inside. And while the outside not very impressive, the inside quite nice, well lit. Everything's very clean.
Very Greek.
You see very Greek. Yeah. You see um, like marble pillars. Like immediately walking into the entryway, like to the left and right are two of these like marble pillars, and then across the way on each side of what seems to be like the counter, there's another two just going up and supporting and these stone archways that sort of like hold up the rest of the building from the inside. It's almost like he initially started building it in that style and then was like, oh, that's probably not going to work. Or you think maybe it's the opposite, that he's trying to build it up from within and then slowly take down the stuff from the outside, since the outside looks shabby. But he has like a series of like these banners coming down, and I want to get this right. Is there a Greek god of smithing? Oh yeah, there is. Hephaestus. I'm so
Yeah.
stupid.
Yeah,
What's his? Yeah,
Hephaestus. Or Vulcan and
What's
Roman.
Yeah, Festus.
What would his symbol be? Probably just a hammer or something like that.
A hammer anvil.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah,
I'll
so you'd
double
see
check.
like
Festus.
these banners hanging down from the archway up above in a
Well, that's
very
hepatitis.
hepatitis.
Yeah.
Hammer, anvil, and tongs. are in
Hammer
a
and Villain
symbol.
Tongues. Okay, so yeah, so you'd see like these almost like a seafoam green banner with golden strange looking lettering around it, and like these sort of like those square, almost like the swirl patterns, but in squares for the border, and then the hammer, anvil, and tongs like dead center, which is also seems to be made out of what you can only assume to be like golden thread. And you see over to your right, like a rack full of just shining spears, blades. Some of the blades in very like strange styles. Um, um, not the sort of like traditional, more like European style of weaponry that you tend to see. And off over to the left hand side, it seems there's more than just like there's like two really nice suits of like full plate, but they seem to sort of have like that strange foreign style to them. And then there's also like some leather armors that are they would be more reminiscent of like Greek, um, like yeah, sort of like Spartan esque armor, and like those helmets with the big plumes on them and everything. And yeah, so anything catch your eye?
Are there any shields?
There would be. There's shields, and they tend to be similarly like in that Greek style, but you do see an incredibly large one, essentially like a great shield, with what seems to be um, a very, very well, finely like detailed depiction of a woman's head with snakes coming out of it, like almost like pressed out of the metal in the front of it.
Can I make a religion check to see if I recognize that?
Sure.
Who's the snake lady?
Um, this is the visage of a gorgon.
God.
It is said that they could turn men to stone with a simple gaze. There is also tales of a very famous shield. I believe it's called Aegis, right?
Aegis, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, called Aegis that was said to have a similar effect. I simply wished to pay homage to it.
You could probably enchant it to do the same thing.
I blink my eyes to detect magic.
You do not detect any enchantment upon the shield. Some of the weapons in here do have like a general enchantment on them that would be the equivalent of like a plus one or a
+1.
plus two.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not intrigued by those. Looking more for shields.
Unfortunately, none of the shields beyond general enchantment. You don't get anything like special from any of them. And he would say in response to that with the enchantment thing, what if I could mostly any enchantment upon my wares is a result of the materials that were provided to me for the forging of them.
And was this shield just made as an homage to the original?
Yes, I will say, unfortunately, this one is not for sale.
Original,
It's
man, that throws you for a loop. Sometimes you forget that the Greek gods were real in this world.
are they though?
I mean, I imagine there's like a minor resurgence of the Greek gods, like there was in the with the Norse gods in the Scandinavian countries.
To a degree, yeah.
Just because the influence of Faerun, they have manifested into physical constitution. I don't fucking know.
I mean, they are worshipped in Faerun, and are considered, besides like Theros fleshed them out more, I guess. But yeah, as
Theros
far as
actually
I
has its
know.
own gods. It doesn't use Greek.
Oh, it doesn't?
No.
Yeah, but the
It's
Greek gods are
inspired by
canon to
Greek
the Outer
I was-
Planes in Forgotten Realms.
Yeah, Mount Olympus is an
No,
actual
one of
mountain.
the is it Bitopia has Mount Olympus, I think.
It goes through I think not Arborea. It's one of the chaotic good ones. It goes from there down onto the material plane and then down into Hades.
Oh, yep, that's right.
So yes, if anything catches your eye, let me know. I will tell you about the piece and attempt to sell it to you.
Yeah, it's either Arborea or the Beastlands.
I mean, I don't need anything.
Neither do I.
I do not need to
Anything
come to
that's
this.
sticking out to me of
Uh,
uniqueness?
besides shields, like what are you looking for?
I'm looking at everything since none of the shields seem to have anything unique about them except for the face of the one.
Yeah. Not anything too particular now. Nothing's really catching your eye. I mean, like it's nice, and I mean, like the weapons are made differently, but unless that would specifically interest you.
There's nothing else that that I would probably want to grab. That's the thing, sadly. Well, I will say you do have some interesting stock here. And currently at this time, I do not have anything. Well, I can't purchase anything at this moment that intrigue me enough. Sorry.
It is all right. You'd
Well, the
be.
only thing in here that I would want would be the shield, but you said it's not for sale, so
It is a magnum opus of sorts. I wish to one day be able to learn under the Shaperate within the city and enchant it and bring it to fruition. The dwarves, I forget the term for it, but they have an event within their life when they have reached beyond maturity. They commune with their god, Moradrin. Uh, and it is through this communion, while they are hammering away upon the anvil, that they are able to create a magnum opus of their own. Once they have sort of reached this peak, most of them seem to lose their love for the smithing. However, I am not a dwarf, so I would like to achieve this to prove myself and equal. And I believe I can only do this if I possess the finest materials and learn how to properly enchant. But if you're not here to buy, I'm assuming with the wagons that you brought with you, you are perhaps looking instead to sell.
I will deter to my allies for this.
Yeah, I'll take the remaining crates, which you said was a box of swords, and another of was it just swords and axes or
Uh, muskets.
muskets? Not the muskets, then just the swords.
Yeah, so there's a box of long swords, is what I'm going to say that they essentially are. What's the price on those? So he'll come on over and crack it open, and they're effectively maybe not necessarily a longsword, more like a scimitar, because I think I said that they were like cavalry sabers. So, okay, they are nice. Not the style I would prefer. Not sure if I would personally sell them, but perhaps I could trade them or turn them into something else.
At the very least,
And
the
you're
metal's worth
selling
something.
that is true. And you're selling these, all of them?
Yep.
Okay. I think it's about the same as the axes. There's about 20 of them in there. Let's see. Shopping session 5e. I could do 300.
300.
Yes.
Does that sound right for these swords?
Especially, especially if he's using them as metal instead of swords to sell. I mean, you're not going to get the full.
Yeah. If he was selling them as is, then he's kind of lowballing. But because
It's mainly for the metal.
for the metal, seems fair.
Yeah, that seems fair.
All right. Sure, why not? I can always use more material, and the steel is not of bad quality. Very well. And he will pull out like a much larger bag of gold, put it on the table, and then just slowly count out until he has about 300 and slide them into his smaller pouch and come out from around behind the counter and hand it to you.
Hold on, 300 divided by 6. 50. 50 gold to everyone.
Nice. And then he'll give me a moment, and he'll take the crate, close it up, and bring it out towards the forge. And then he will come back inside and, well, if ever any of my work interests you, you know where to find me. I thank you for the material. Is there anything else that you were looking to sell? Perhaps I could take off your hands if you had more material, or
Mom, good. How about you guys?
Um, no, I got nothing.
No, nothing.
Unless he wants this cool copper button.
Oh yeah, I have this magic ring. Was that identified? Oh yeah, it's the ring of animal influence. That's it. That's okay. I forgot to rename it. I just put on ring of animal influence on my sheet without removing magic ring.
alrighty. Well, thank you. And if you ever need anything, Githon Grand Shield is the line for you.
I'll do.
I like that slogan. You could put that out on your sign because then that will make dwarves realize that you're not a dwarf.
I could do that. I might do that.
Yeah, that makes more sense than the name change.
I wasn't saying name change. I was just saying like change, like have the shop have a different name, not change his name.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Oh,
Oh, before I forget. My neighbor is currently offering a promotion. 5 silver for 5 strips of chicken and a biscuit.
What?
Oh,
I don't know.
Popeyes
They
is
asked me if I could tell people.
doing a thing. I see. Okay. Well, if we come across anyone who's looking for Greek equipment, I'll send them your way.
Yeah.
That is the style. Yes. All right. Well, thank you. And he's gonna put away the bigger bag of gold and head back out to the forge. He's got orders to fill.
So Bjorn,
Yep. He's the one to give the guns to.
we're making our way to the hell. What's the hell?
I probably should be the
To the
one to bring the
mountains.
muskets in because I'm a dwarf and they might
Yeah, man.
cut me some slack.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Oh my god, there's all these people here. Oh, oh, go. Go. Oh yeah, Zeus got left behind. Zeus would be
I did tell him
loyally
to go
waiting.
back,
Be loyally waiting over there.
and he would have come back.
Alright. So say you guys come in and like they let you bring the cart in, but they like stop the cart in this like registration area. And yeah, good old Marcus. And they
He's just bleeding out.
yeah,
He's at
he's just
15
slowly
HP.
bleeding out. Yeah. They'll
Is
stop
he
you.
is he low?
Yeah, he's low.
He's critical.
Yeah.
No one told me. Second level healing word because I still have those slots.
Okay.
Well, I just looked at his health because I have his sheet. So, and I guess he didn't say didn't he go unconscious at the end of combat? Yeah, he did.
He did,
There's
and I think you guys healed him back up.
is that 23 health between the two
Uh,
castings?
11 and then 12. Yeah, 23.
Oh, I just added each number individually except for the 2 4s. Yeah, he's bloody.
I'll do it again.
I'll
I got
do
one
it
more.
again.
Do it again.
That is garbage.
Should
Very
multi-class into life domain.
sad. Oh, gotta
Not
get
too
that
late.
blessed healer. As you begin coming in and they see like you have a bunch of these crates and what looks like 3/4 of a Gatling gun, they immediately stop you and more guards will rush out and they just kind of like surround you and start yelling at you in Dwarvish, which Walter you just understand to just be, all right, hold on, stay the fuck right there. We need to get this sorted out.
Oh.
This is for Bjorn. I say in Dwarvish, it's not common.
All right, hold on. We'll send it on her.
I imagine everyone's like very scared, but Walter's just standing there like completely unfazed because it doesn't sound scary when you understand it. Like
Jarvis is just
German.
waiting for you to do the talking right now.
They'll send a runner and you're there for just kind of waiting with these like really agitated dwarves who are just kind of like keeping their hands like near their belts, near like their weapons and stuff. And eventually he'll come running back in and he'll just go, "Hi, they're clear. Move them through." And then these two guys will
Good to see
step
securities
back in through here.
step up. Looks like Bjorn got our message.
Alright.
And I'll just say, things are wide enough for you to bring the cards. For simplicity's sake, I'll bump you over to the Bjorn map. I want to put a fucking card in. Uh-oh, Ed. Silly Ed. He'd technically be there. No, Not the lagoon. That chair, he's dead. Dancing at him.
I'm just gonna grab my sword before any shenanigans happen.
Bjorn would see you guys all coming in and immediately run on over. All right. So I got your present, and as you can see, things have been stepped up. Good to see that the boys are all doing their job at the gate there. So I take it the situation's been handled.
You're
Yeah.
probably going to want to send a crew in there to demolish those tunnels, as they're
Cleared anything we missed.
well.
Well, in the immediate situation, they were more of them supposed to be gathering at some castle.
I'll take out a map and point to where it
For
should be.
the all-out assault.
Yeah, they're rendezvousing there for stuff, and then the drow that was there was supposed to report back there at the next blood moon. So sometime after then, they would begin their invasion, where they would use the tunnel to attack you by surprise, basically.
They had a fuck ton of gunpowder and cannons.
And they were expecting more, so there's likely is more equipment over at that keep that they have.
All right. Okay. This is a lot more than I thought. All right. Well, we interrogated the orc.
Anything useful?
He was very adverse to cooperating, and when we asked him any questions, he said that he'd already told the big lad here as a form of paying some sort of debt or something like that. Something about warrior's honor and the like, which to me personally is strange coming from an orc because I tend to believe that they're honorless creatures.
Guess it
But that's
depends on
my
the orc.
own. Uh, so my own personal feelings on that matter. And the next blood moon, they probably mean the next full moon, and that's only 4 days away.
Oh, great. And when's the monster supposed to be hitting Austin?
Uh,
By the it's either what's it's like around the blood moon too.
yeah.
Oh,
Like there's a good chance that we could intercept it during a blood moon.
That's yeah. Ah, boy. Well, I don't rightfully have enough men for an expeditionary force, and the last thing I want to do is leave the kingdom undefended. After everything that's happened, we can send out word to the other cities. Uh, I don't think they'd make it in time, though.
Is there any glacier break settlements north of here? I know there's one south because that's where Zaren's from. Not Zaren, Zareth. God damn
I
it, Tom.
within the mountain chain, we've a number of cities, though no quite as large as Glacier Break here, but what on account of being the capital and all. But aye, we have one to the south, two to the north.
Could you
I
take us
believe.
to the country map?
Yeah, sure.
also, don't you guys have any forms of long range communication? Be it be magical or not?
Well, I can contact them. The difficulty is mobilizing the army. We have a train station that connects to the opposite side of the mountain for convenience, but we haven't finished our railways beneath the mountains. I normally wouldn't be sharing this information, but since you're kind of already privy to the dire straits that we find ourselves in, I feel I can trust you with this. We've not connected ourselves to our more northernmost territories, and in regards to the railway connecting to the south, it's only about half built. We've been encountering issues with that, but it has nothing to do with the orcs. Just the usual, trying not to mine incorrectly, cause any cave-ins.
Considering this is a union, not a union, fuck. This is a Confederate-backed group of orcs planning on invading Glacier Break. What the hell is the Union thinking?
I'm not really.
They're really trying to get the whole continent allied against them. Unless that's
Confederacy,
their
not Union.
plan.
It would seem like it, although I'm not. Maybe that's why they're using the orcs.
Well, what's Glacier Break's relationship with the Union?
Officially, we're neutral. Although a number of months ago, I sent a delegate to the disputed territory to arrange a meeting between, well, the Union, us, and the Republic. He
How's that
still
go?
hasn't come back yet.
Got it.
And last I heard, they'd been captured and or killed.
I mean, disputed territory. Probably Confederates did that.
I wouldn't be surprised.
What about relations with the different native tribes?
Oh, we've kept to ourselves in the sense of that, haven't tried to disturb them. Then, when we had first arrived here, there was a local tribe, and we had asked them if they minded if we built a place for our own within the mountains, some sort of. They said that they laid claim to the plains, but not to the mountains themselves. Seemed to be some form of superstition. The translator didn't have the correct words for it, and things were rough. Trying to have like a go-between.
You might be able to, because this affects everyone.
Aye, it does.
Probably could send word to the Union. Maybe get a actual proper translator for some local native tribes. We know some druids over in Washington Jungle that they might be able to help as well.
I mean, that's a long way away,
It's a
isn't
long
it?
way away, but they can travel via trees.
That they can.
I'm sure at least one of them knows a tree nearby.
Also, this is just me being paranoid, but maybe notify all your allied locations that they may be assaulted.
You didn't find
I
any
will.
evidence of that, but
I'll
again,
send
there's
word
no
to be
evidence
safe.
that that's not the case.
Aye.
Could also reach out to Texas. Texas probably has some beef with the Confederates ever since they attacked Austin.
I mean, they kind of have their own
Yeah,
problems
they
that
have
are
their own problems with
pressing right
Mexico
now.
right now. Yeah, probably not a good
Well,
idea.
And also, just to clarify for my own paranoia, we do have actual evidence of that it is the Confederacy pulling shenanigans, right?
Yeah, the Drow.
Well, well, yeah, we don't know that it's. We know that there is a Confederate involved. I guess we don't know that it's that he is acting on orders of
Ed would
the
have to be the one
Confederate
to tell
president.
us, and he's not here.
yeah, yeah. Yeah, you were just told by the Orc Chieftain that a major for the Confederates, one of their contractors, that I believe I had said that the goblins had taken to calling him the Booyag Man, had essentially arranged this with them.
Yeah, all I'm saying is we know that it is a Confederate involved. We don't know that it is the Confederacy.
Yeah.
involved. Technically,
Yes. Yeah.
there is some level of distinction there,
Yeah.
God, this
especially when
is
you're
so
talking
close
to
to
an
being
official in the
dwarf
government.
9/11.
So fucking awful.
Dwarf what?
Dwarf
Canada.
9/11.
Canada's what
I know
what
that.
day is it right now?
It is. I have it pinned. It is Saturday, October 16th.
I think they're
Oh.
actually in the middle of the Red River Rebellion right now.
I don't think Canada would be able to offer us any assistance with this.
I was that was me speaking out of character. That was
Oh,
Walter.
sorry.
I was
Then
trying
he
to
wouldn't
think
have said that.
because I think it started in October.
Yo, Beck runs Red River Rebellion one shot when? No.
I already know what I'm gonna do for my next arena favor.
I know what I'm doing too. I can't wait for Matt to run it.
It's gonna be legendary.
It's gonna be legendary. Oh yeah. Bean knows what's coming. Legendary.
Wait for it, Jerry.
Yeah, if it hasn't, yeah, Canada's dealing with a Métis resistance / rebellion, depending on what your view of it is, in what will be
No.
Manitoba. So they are no help at the moment.
We could attempt to garner some sort of assistance from the Druids. I personally have spoken with one of their number on an occasion, although publicly we do not have any sort of relations with them, and that would require the king's approval. Though I don't. He's a good man. He can be a very wise man, but he's also incredibly stubborn, as are most dwarfs. But in this instance, asking for outside help. You know how much I had to twist his arm to even send the delegate. And of course, when he wound up, who knows where, well, that's probably the last that he's willing to hear of any sort of asking for assistance.
Well, you can say it's a dwarf telling him to get assistance, because technically I'm a dwarf.
I could try, laddie, but I'm a dwarf too, and me telling him that he needs to stop being a stubborn ass hasn't exactly done anything. I could try reaching out to the natives. With the union, though, it'll be difficult. The delegate that my man was supposed to meet with was from the east, and last I had heard from the natives in the area, they've been having issues of their own with Grant's people, and I'm not of the mind to go trust in someone like him.
Hey, well, has Walter heard what Grant's been doing?
You were with them when you went to go meet Doc's friend, weren't you?
Yeah. Yeah, that was before Walter died.
Yeah, when you had gone up to the Yellowstone area.
Yeah, because Walter was alive for that.
He was telling you he was from the Crow tribe, and he was saying that the Sioux were essentially in open war with most of the tribes in the area, but they had stopped harassing them for a time because Grant kind of became their focus. And there had been a series of skirmishes along the Minnesota and Iowa borders.
I don't understand why Grant is hell bent on just attacking the natives when their real enemy is south.
Well, the war has not been going in their favor. and that's partially the reason why they reached out to us. I had the foresight to realize that us having allies would never hurt, and the Republic may be small, but they're strong. They have some powerful individuals among them, especially having the headquarters of the, I almost said the resistance, of the association there helps. But ever since Gettysburg, I feel like people are just, they're looking for someone to blame. And they can't meet the Confederacy on even footing anymore. So why not pick on suspicious warmongering natives? Or at least that's the way it's been put. Though I personally don't know if what they say about the Sioux is true to begin with. From what I hear, the Plains people fight with each other frequently, so it could be true.
I mean, a bunch of them have been displaced west because of the growing of the United States, and that pushes them into other territory, and then territories get mixed up, and people don't like other people coming into their land, so they fight back, and it just spirals out from there. So at the end of the day, this is the British's fault.
What?
Most things are.
I think Aaron would say like a lot of like he could look back at his history and see that Britain was the cause of a lot of their problems too.
Aaron's not here.
Aaron's not anywhere.
Aaron's dead.
Aaron's a
Aaron
pile of
may
ash
or may not be
scattered
with us.
around
Is also another
a
thing.
swamp.
There is a great red worm in Yellowstone, but he's
don't-
not moving.
A what now?
Are you offering a
What?
dragon as an ally to dwarves?
Actually, they might be able to get him out.
Oh,
That
they'll get him out
seems-
all right. Out of this life.
There's a great red worm in Yellowstone. He
fuck.
crashed there after the reckoning. Actually, caused the volcano to erupt briefly.
That would explain why the area is covered in ash.
But he's trapped in the cave, and if he moves, he dies.
From what
I
y'all
mean-
said, if he doesn't move, he dies before much longer too.
The scales and bones would make great weapons and armor.
I think Marcus would have something to say about that. Like, Walter.
Yeah, I think Marcus would have been like, Walter, what the fuck, man?
I mean, Walter wasn't suggesting they kill him. He was like, Walter was thinking like, well, maybe they could like get him to help or something.
Walter, what the hell, man?
I thought he might be able to help. He's a dragon.
It was bad enough when we told them about the dragon back in Austin.
What?
Was he? Yeah, he was there for that, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was.
But
He was part of the telling.
Dwarves are good at mining things. Maybe they could mine the rock around him and keep him alive.
Sounds like Bjorn wants to kill him.
Yeah, can I get a read on Bjorn and his reaction and how he feels about dragons? They have
Make
vibe
a-
check on
Yeah,
Bjorn.
yeah. Vibe check, Bjorn.
I have disadvantage on this, and I'm not good at vibe
I
checks.
have a question for you, Bjorn. As that's their vibe checking.
Oh, it's actually an 8, right? Yeah.
Would
You're
it
not
be
sure.
a smart idea to just kill possibly the only red dragon on this plane of existence?
Well, from the stories that my people tell, when a dragon dies, it greatly affects the land around them because they're powerful magical entities. However, that particular area has already kind of been a wee bit scorched, so I don't think it would too negatively impact things. I mean, unless the volcano erupted.
I mean, if it erupted, it might take out the orcs.
It also might take out all the United States.
We don't know it's a super volcano yet, okay?
Yeah, no, nobody knows that one.
The only reason why we know it's a volcano is because it erupted. That's it.
Where's my other thing?
But the dragon, there's something to be had with this, though I'm not quite sure what yet.
I mean, a great worm is an ancient
Mary
dragon, but
collapses to the
bigger.
ground.
Mary collapses.
Oh my! Lasso, you all right?
Oh,
D-
oh no. I don't have anything. Druid craft smelling salts in her nose, I guess.
oh, okay. Um.
Actually, no. Check on her first before doing that.
All right.
But that's the only thing I
You
can
would see
do.
her face like shifting.
What?
And for a split second, it would look like Aaron before going back to Mary and her eyes flying open.
Fuck!
Mary?
Who else saw that?
Yeah, I saw it, but let's take this one step at a time, Jarvis. Mary, are
I
you
wasn't
okay?
looking.
I was fucking right. Is what I was.
Jarvis, what did I say? Take it slow. Let's not shock her.
I mean, also, Anton, she can turn into anyone if you've shown her pictures of Aaron.
We've been showing you pictures of Aaron.
Yeah, you did. In the court.
Yeah.
In the court, there was
We've
the
only
drawing.
described him.
No, and yeah, you guys.
There's a drawing in the court.
Yeah.
Oh,
Get heck.
still, that the fact that it just happened passively.
I missed it. What happened?
She would look pale as a ghost.
Oh.
Mary, what happened?
I don't know. But don't let that volcano erupt if what I just if what I just saw was real.
What's real?
What did you see?
Yeah, elaborate.
Do I have performance of creation still today? I do. I'm going to performance of creation one of those maps that shows what would happen if Yellowstone erupted.
Oh my god. Okay.
What the hell?
Uh,
So what do
I'll-
these colors mean?
I mean, there's a key on the side.
Elaborate.
There's a key on
hold
those
let me
maps.
pull up Yellowstone.
I'm finding the one that I'm gonna find the one that I would share.
Remember, if you find it on Google Images, you can actually, if you do copy image address, you can actually put it
Yeah,
into
as long as you end it with JPEG
chat.
or PNG.
Yeah, that's why I say copy image address.
Yeah, but the image address from Google's doesn't always end on that. It ends with a question mark and a bunch of other stuff. So don't copy. It works on a lot of them. It doesn't always work. Dylan, would it be possible to make a two-sided map with 190 gold, 180 gold of wiggle room?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. So we will do. On one side, it would be sort. No, that image does not work because that's two things. Here it is.
Hide.
Sorry. So on one side, it would be that, which shows the depth of ash. And on the other side, we would have.
What's Salt Lake City? Missoula?
Albuquerque.
I don't know.
Flagstaff? Albuquerque?
But it flips it over and shows the kill zone. And just how big all the zones are.
Well, that would be very problematic.
Oh, Colorado,
Mary?
Kansas. I'm seeing
Apparently, it's
states
not
names
just
I've never heard of.
Apparently, it's not just a regular volcano.
Hawaii?
Whatever I
Mary?
saw said super volcano.
Mary, quick question. How do you know this,
Yeah.
and where did you get these images?
Jarvis, now's
I
not the
told
time.
you I told you I just saw it when whatever just happened.
All right. we are going to talk about this
Jarvis,
later.
what you're doing is like confronting an attempted murder victim about how they know what it's like to be stabbed.
How do you know?
This is more. This is not that.
No, you're bringing up potential trauma for Mary. This is not cool.
Clearly traumatized and yeah.
Yeah, continue with this. Just give me a second. I'll be right back. I gotta do something.
So,
Right?
so if my knowledge of maps are good,
Well, I
where
mean, you
we
can
are in
definitely
Glacier
see the
Break,
continent.
where we are in Glacier Break is in the middle of the kill zone.
Yes. And the thousand, what is it in?
Based on this map and the fact that there's a dragon right under Yellowstone,
1,000 millimeters.
that dragon were
No
to
one would know what a
die,
millimeter is,
No.
but it's
that-
1,000. And for all the units of measurement everyone uses, 1,000 would sound like
A lot.
a
That would be 10 centimeters.
1,000 millimeters would be 100 centimeters. It would be
100
a meter.
centimeters. That's right. Yep. Millimeters. Yep.
Let me explain metric to the
No,
Canadian.
I get it. I'm really bad at orders of magnitude. Okay.
I'm sorry,
So,
it's just funny because
um,
you always shit on us
Mary,
about not using
One.
metric.
just one
Milli,
question.
centi, deci. Yeah, that's 1 meter actually. 1 meter of ash.
And actually greater than 1 meter, so
Yeah.
who knows?
Other question, not related to the map, the kill zone and the horrific stuff you've seen. Let's talk about these other names on the map because that looks like a United States that is united.
I mean, Aaron had told you that.
Yeah,
There's
that's
a
what I was gonna
New
say
Mexico.
next. Wait, there's new? They can be new?
Yeah, look, there's New Mexico right there next to
Yeah.
Texas.
The weird thing is New Mexico in the real world got its name before Mexico did.
North Dakota. Primary
I'm
ash
sorry
zone
about that.
covers up what the other Dakota would be if that's South Dakota.
Dakota.
Washington's a state
Does
rather than a
Bjorn
jungle.
does
Why is there a
Bjorn
north
seem
and a
like he's
south?
still set on wanting this thing dead after seeing Killzone taking up
See
the
giant
size of
Great
two
Plains.
states?
Yeah, so no, and he looks a little freaked out. But make me another vibe check.
Now I'm.
Disadvantage.
Let's see how hypersensitive I'm feeling today. Okay, I'm that hypersensitive. Hit 21.
Yeah, he definitely seems freaked out. Oh, 21.
Bjorn?
Okay, so with your 8 and 11, he seems freaked out by what you showed him. Jarvis. He definitely has like okay, this isn't a good idea. Let's not kill the dragon. But you see something else. Something you don't expect to see. He doesn't seem shocked as you're talking about these other states and things. He doesn't seem shocked by seeing that. Just the knowledge of the volcano and that killing the dragon would be a bad idea.
Honestly, with Mary's amnesia, would not realize that the map doesn't look right
Wait,
as far as
you
the states
knew?
until Walter said it.
About the dragon? No.
No, I'm talking about the states.
I had a feeling.
What do you mean you had a feeling?
Elaborate?
Look, back when I lived in Schult, before the reckoning, I knew a man. call him Francis. All right. He said he came from a place uh, drastically different from drastically different from our own. He told me the strangest of tales. Metal contraptions that flew in the sky, sticks that spat fire.
Well,
Not
I told you about the metal contraptions.
We
he
also
told
saw a
me
metal contraption crash in the ocean.
yeah.
he told me about these great, he called them land ships, great metal behemoths that would crawl across the earth, and how where he came from at the time there was a massive war. When I came here and the war started a number of years after, I wasn't sure if it was the same one that he spoke of. Certain things seem similar, but others were missing. But he spoke about how he came from this place with, well, 50 states. Because if the map would have shown Alaska and Hawaii, um,
The one does.
right, yeah, so it's a place with 50 states and the horrors of a great war.
But Alaska's really small, and down to the left, there's an island there where Mexico got turned into an island, according to that map.
Walter knows enough about maps to know that that's not what that means.
It would be funny if Ed looking at it though.
Since when was there an island called Alaska off the coast of California? We didn't see that.
Like,
What
where's
happened to
Canada,
Mexico?
Mexico go? Where's Canada?
What's this Hawaii?
Isn't the Kingdom of Hawaii a thing at this point in time?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, it's the Kingdom of Hawaii right now. So wait, if the dragon's dying, and when a dragon dies, it causes that.
It could. It might not, though.
Mine also just
That looks
drastically
pretty bad
changed.
for a gamble, though.
Instant death or be fine? I don't like those odds.
You neither do I. Sure, there's no way of like shrinking him or turning or
But we,
changing
we
his
talked
shape.
about that with him, and he'd bleed out instantly because all the stalactites and stalagmites are embedded in him.
Oh. So we essentially need to cut away all the stalactites from the surfaces that it stabbed into him, teleport him so he doesn't bleed out, but the stalactites are in him still, and then heal him. I don't fucking know.
Well, it's definitely him.
We heal him.
Only
Is the thing you talked about where they cause catastrophes when they die? Is that legend just for if they die violent deaths, or even if they die?
natural deaths. Can a
Uh,
dragon die of old age?
Not
no,
sure.
but I mean he's
No.
dying.
Slowly,
He's
yeah.
not
It won't be
being
a
yeah.
violent
He's
death.
slowly dying. It's not someone going up and slitting his throat. He's slowly bleeding out over a couple decades. It's happened. If he's
I've
been here
only
since
ever,
the original reckoning.
yeah. Well, you're unsure if he's been here since the original.
I mean, he's been here a while though. It's still a
I
slow
think
death either way.
I think we had said that the Yellowstone eruption happened a few years after the reckoning, so I think like 46 or so. Well, it's more than a few, but I think it was 46. Yeah. and the reckoning was in 42. But yes, he's been slowly dying. Bjorn, to the whole question of the violent death thing, I'm not sure though. Personally, I've only ever heard of dragons dying violent deaths, either to people or their own kin.
Or giants, if he's from Faerun.
Yeah,
That's
or
a big part of
giants.
history.
Yeah. Yeah, he's told you before he's from Faerun.
Yeah.
I said he used to live in Chult.
Yep.
Well, that all being said and done, we established what they were up to. You are fully aware. You know what to do.
Well,
As
He
for the whole
definitively
dragon
doesn't know what to
situation,
do. That's the whole point of the conversation.
yeah, but how can we help? Is the better question.
Well, we can't help right now. We have to go back to Austin.
Yeah.
We can come
Well,
back
I
and
can't
do something.
I can't take us to Austin until tomorrow.
I mean, we have a couple days until the thing shows up.
okay, then we need to get you sleeping, man.
That's not how long rests work.
I mean, it's too quick to long rest yet.
The afternoon.
No, we've been traveling for quite a bit.
It's late afternoon. It's not quite late enough to long rest.
Well, we need to get some food in you, and you need to rest and relax. We all do. Also, does anyone have a hat or helm?
You keep asking that, and nothing has changed since then.
I looked at Bjorn.
you need a hat.
Or a helm.
Hold on. And he'll reach into his bag, and he pulls out what looks like a very squashed hat, and he kind of like punches it back out and hands you a bowler hat.
Bowler hat.
Yeah.
Jarvis is going to contemplate for a moment.
What?
Could Jarvis pull off a bowler hat?
Potentially.
What color is the hat?
Black.
Thank you. If you don't mind. Unless you want some compensation for it, which I can do.
It's just a hat, lad. Take it.
Alright, thanks.
Wait, you're asking for a hat for someone to get what? What? You could have just gone and buy a hat.
Because I didn't want the trouble of doing it.
So I don't understand.
Aren't we in a
You'll see in a
metalworking
moment.
shop? And you said helm or hat?
Helm or hats. Essentially a nice headpiece.
Yeah, you could have bought a helmet from the Leonin.
Fuck, I'm an idiot. Did he have nice helms?
Yeah, it even said that he had like those Roman
Yeah.
style, not Roman,
He's
Greek style
specific-
ones with the
He
plumes.
specifically called out the helmets with the plumes. I don't know,
I'm
and
an
I
idiot.
remember because I was wondering how he got
Jarvis would
ostriches
not
here.
be able to pull that off, but it would look cool.
It would look cool.
It looked good
Oh no, Jarvis
on
would not be
Ed.
able
Wouldn't look good on
Oh, it would look awesome on Ed, but that's not why I need the helm or hat.
Oh my god, yeah, if Ed had one, Jesus Christ.
Let's get him dressed up
You
like
do-
a hoplite.
So, just to clarify, when we get Ed back, we're taking him back there, right?
No, I don't think that's in Luke's vision for Ed, but it would look cool if he was a hoplite.
I mean, you could ask him, but yeah, I don't know if Ed would go for that. I don't know if Luke would go for it either, but
Anyways, I just need to do this as I take out my hammer. This is a dwarf trick I learned. As I take the hammer and just smack the side of the hat.
That is no trick I have ever seen before.
As magic begins to envelop it.
And that's
Oh God.
not how hammers are supposed to work, but okay.
What are you doing?
I'm
What are
guessing
you
that's an
making?
artificer thing.
He just got
As
3
I
goals
put
in
it
a
on
row.
the hat, and it is now my bowler hat of telepathy.
Don't you need to
Telepathy.
have a short or long rest in order to make that?
For infusing an item, yeah.
Will be on my next rest.
All right. Very well. On your
Telepathy.
next
So
rest.
like you can read minds.
Well, given some time I need to take with this, but yeah, I will be.
That sounds like a huge invasion of privacy.
I
Only
did
if
not
I
consent
make
to
it
this.
invasive. Otherwise, I can just talk with you telepathically.
Still,
I did not consent to this.
I don't think I have I heard anyone in my head before. That wasn't through
Did you
sending.
hear?
Because I don't count sending as like telepathy.
I don't think so. Did I have the succubi talk to you in your
No.
heads?
Not Walter.
Then, yeah, then no.
I don't like the idea of someone speaking in my head that's not me.
Well, it's going to be more for covert purposes, and when we need to be quiet.
It's like I had a chair talk in my head once.
That's not canon. That's not canon. No. Who knows? He might have said it.
Do chairs normally talk to you?
No, not normally, but this one did. His name was Chair. But Bjorn will be like, right. So at this point, honestly, the day's almost out, and if they're gonna do it on the night of the blood moon, we've got about 4 days. I'll try to gather what forces I can, but I'll be honest with you. As I said, I can't divert too many forces from the kingdom itself on the off chance they have any other tunnels or they try to do a direct attack. We have to be able to defend any of the tourists and folk that live in Gatetown.
For sure, you should probably collapse that tunnel system. In fact, Mary, we should probably draw up a map for Bjorn so they can go in there and not
Okay.
get lost. I'm asking you because you remember it perfectly. And maybe evacuate Gate Town and fortify it, and then
Right.
have Glacier Break proper as like a last line of defense.
That was the general idea. But hey, let me get a map. I'll send the boys down and we'll do some blasting.
I'll help chop him out.
If two people with disadvantage have the help thing, it's just a straight roll.
Yes.
I have cartographer tools.
But I mean, is it a roll for me to know the ways it goes?
No.
If you have the perfect memory thing, then you could just draw it.
It won't be pretty,
No,
but it will be accurate.
You,
It will
you,
be
you
accurate.
do it, and then Walter will make another one to make it look nice. And make labels in Dwarven.
But I understand.
I recognize the symbols, but I can't read it. I only speak giant.
What
You
is
speak
it with you and
giant?
characters that only speak giant?
I speak giant and Sylvan. I mean, I speak common too on this character, at least.
Yeah. Mary's just been
I
speaking
speak
Sylvan this entire time.
I speak common, giant, and Sylvan, and and yeah, I don't remember why. And by that I mean
Amnesia.
Mary doesn't remember why. Because of the amnesia.
Amnesia, yeah. One day that will be rectified. That day is not today.
Well, it is.
I
We're
can't
taking
believe
you
we
to
haven't
church.
thought of casting Greater Restoration on her.
No,
Jarvis
you
just
you
fucking did.
have,
We have
but
just.
Marcus has never had it prepared,
Let me check his sheet right now.
right? Does he have? He has access to it now,
He
doesn't he?
does. He's a fucking cleric.
Right.
And,
Okay.
and
Okay.
he did cast
Marcus.
it on me once.
Oh,
And it
did
didn't
he?
do anything. Or
Oh,
maybe he
yeah.
casted
That's,
lesser. He might cast lesser.
he cast lesser
He
restoration.
cast lesser.
I think it actually
Is-
was remove curse.
You're
That
right.
might be right.
Yes, yeah, it was because he was like, "Is this a curse?" And I said, "You're not sure," because he had done like poorly on the Arcana check, so he decided to do that. And
Well, he
then-
has Greater Restoration prepared, but no spell slots.
I mean, to be
Okay.
fair, if it is according to Jarvis's theory mixed with the note Aaron had left, there was a curse, but it was before he died and became a pile of ash.
I think the pile
What
of
they're-
ash was the campfire.
Went through too many doorways.
much like how in Critical Role doors are the greatest enemy, it seems that that theme has carried on here to the point where they actually kill.
Harness divine power. Half your proficiency rounded up.
Oh, mimic door,
2.
but greater mimic.
All right, Dylan, hear me out.
And-
Have you seen Mimic Colonies from Tasha's?
Yes. Yes, I have. Mm.
The entire mountain range is a giant Mimic colony.
Never
That-
trust another town again.
That would be awful.
What do you mean? Like you encounter like an elf who's lived on Earth since before the Reckoning, and then like you're talking, it's like, oh yeah, we came from the Rockies. It's like, there's no mountains there. At least there wasn't.
There
You're
didn't
doing
used to be mountains,
Spelljammer
so-
and you're doing Spelljammer, you land on a new planet. The whole planet is a Mimic colony.
Oh,
Oh my god, I would be
no.
violently ill
What was the
if you ever put Morgan through that. I swear.
what was the thing in Rick and Morty that turned the entire Earth into the cute
Well,
monster thing?
Oh, I don't.
Frundles, Mr. Frundles.
I miss Mr. Frundles, yep.
I'm Mr.
I am Mr. Frundles.
Wait, I thought he was Mr. Frundles.
Mm.
Get in the car, get in the car, get in the car.
No, season 2, Jerry.
Anywho,
Right. So, as it stands, Marcus can try Greater Restoration tomorrow. The
so
creature is
What?
rapidly approaching Austin. The potential of encountering it upon a blood moon is there, but even if you do not encounter it on a blood moon, this attack is supposed to happen on a blood moon.
I think it was like he's supposed to report in on the blood moon and then the attack. So the attack.
Yeah,
should
I mean then
happen
they gotta
after.
transport.
Yeah,
And if it's a whole army, they're not teleporting the whole group in.
yeah. It's gonna take
So
a
there's
couple
like
days.
transit time. You know, we got like a 10-day. We got a fortnight or so.
Yeah. No, I've been using logic up until this point. But then again, there is something that Ed knows about that you guys don't know about.
And that we don't know if Ed remembers or not.
Yeah.
Oh, did the roll not happen during? I had to leave early.
He did not roll for it.
Ooh.
oh right, the whole bullshit with Feywild.
I have a question about that, Dylan.
Sure.
Does
no.
does the Feywild memory thing affect creatures from the Feywild?
No,
No. Yeah, no.
Okay, so I also left early, but if Holly came through with him, like I said, it wouldn't affect Holly because she's from the Feywild.
This is true.
It wouldn't. It also wouldn't affect chair because chair was a chair.
I believe that logic also extends. Yes, that tracks.
Was and is a chair, but can you get him back to being the same creature if you make him a creature? Make him a
So
creature
It would
again.
be a
Ed
new
has to make a
instance.
roll to see if he remembers. Right? Yeah, I'd forgotten about that. We didn't
think the
do
DM
that.
So what is it?
goes.
It's a D100. Yeah, it's a D100
Oh,
by the DM or
I roll
D20 something.
D100.
Hold on.
It's in the DMG. Feywild time warp. You roll a D20. Oh no, that's for the time warp. Memory loss. Yeah, it's a wisdom save by Ed. DC 10 wisdom save.
I don't know. I'm gonna just wait for him. I'm not gonna make that roll.
Yeah, that's. I think that's the right call.
I'll add him for it.
So we just need to recoup right now. Does that sound good?
Hey, and what are you doing with the carts full of guns and shit?
Oh, that's
they're
for you. We repatriated it from the orcs.
Okay.
That's why we came
Alright.
here.
Reappropriated. Reappropriated.
Repatriated. I like it. All right.
Look,
Sure.
Walter went to 1800s school. Okay, it's not the best.
He'll
Also was in Maine.
he'll take both of the crates, crack them open, look at the wares. All right. Well, more weapons for the boys never hurts. And having more firearms is always good. You know, you're lucky. If you hadn't been on a mission for me, the boys at the front gate probably would have arrested you.
Really?
Aye. You would recall, because it was technically not that long ago, upon entering Glacier Break, part of the contract that you signed, and you have a feeling, and I think Bjorn might have also mentioned it before too, and also when you were talking to the smith, they don't sell guns here. They make them, but they don't sell them. And it's a means of keeping their neutrality. Because if they were buying and selling firearms here of dwarven quality, which would be better than anyone else, that would put a big fucking target on their back. The
I'm
only
getting them
arm.
dwarven guns from Warhammer Fantasy.
What are those like?
Oh, they have. You played Vermintide.
I remember having guns, yeah.
I will say they do have access to flamethrowers and miniguns
I'm
that
imagining
they can just travel with.
their normal pistol works like a shotgun, and then it just goes crazy from there. Like it has the range of a pistol, but it has the power of a shotgun.
So a Magnum.
It's just a really, really high caliber fucking revolver.
I mean, Beck, you're going with the logic of video game shotguns because real shotguns have pretty good range.
Oh yeah. Look,
Yeah.
I'm Canadian. I don't live in gun-happy United States.
Look, Beck, if you didn't have such an aversion to them, you'd know that they're quite fun.
Handheld death machines. That sounds so cool.
Look, if you ever thought, I'd like to shoot a bow, it seems interesting. Marksmanship.
Yeah,
No?
a bow is made for both hunting and killing other people. A
Right,
gun
and a
was
gun is made for
mainly
hunting and
made to
killing other
kill
people.
people. It's used to hunt, but it was mostly made to kill people.
Look, we don't judge objects for what they're made for. We judge people on the content of their character, and the content of my gun's character is that it has a 10-round magazine.
Where's the American Dad clip of "Go on, gun, kill someone, do
Go
it"?
on, do it, kill. Pen gun, mightier than the sword. Sword gun,
Sword
mightier
gun,
than the pen
mightier
gun.
than the pin gun.
Mac 10,
How are there?
paprika.
How are there so many guns in the pantry? I use it all the time. And the
And the
paprika,
paprika
not
gun,
enough.
not enough.
That,
I
that,
don't even
that,
watch
that is
this
like
show.
really not how it goes, but I'm not even gonna bother fucking doing the whole fucking actual thing.
I just thought the smallest caliber for a dwarven gun is 50 caliber,
Yes.
and it goes up from there.
You're looking at Warhammer guns.
Their anti tank rifle is a 200 caliber rifle.
Yeah, you gotta hit them with the big elephant guns.
It's just a tank.
I mean, when they have rats the size of actual tanks trying to eat their face off, I mean, yeah.
Along with any rogue human civilization with tanks or dragons.
There's a rifle that shoots 950 caliber.
950? How big is that?
That's well, caliber is a decimal of an inch, so it's 0.95 inches. AKA 24.1 millimeters.
Oh my
And mine,
god, that's
and my,
huge! Shooting that would take your
Dwarves
arm off.
do be packing.
dwarf be packing.
Holy shit! There's a comparison of one of those rounds
No,
next to a
it's a joke
bottle
thing.
of
This
root
is a
beer.
real gun, is what I'm saying.
You don't need something that big.
I need to find where to buy this.
My kind of man. Um,
Yeah, that would be their magnum.
Yeah, there, Title 1. You can get it. Yep. Let's get it.
That's the dwarf magnum.
let's get it. The problem
Their
is when you get to
Derringer is 50
ridiculous calibers, it's just like so impossible to find ammunition for them, let alone a range that would allow you to shoot it. But
I
if
mean,
you
the
have
main
like,
problem is. Sorry.
no, it's good.
The main problem is they only made 3 of this gun.
Oh well, yeah.
There is a range, I think, in Switzerland. That's
On the straight by the road.
yeah. The road goes under the range,
Yeah.
but it's perfectly safe because it's impossible for you to hit a car.
Watch it, Tom. Who is it? Tom Scott?
Tom Scott, yeah.
Yeah. There's a range in Texas where you can shoot automatic photo.
Oh, I
And
know
also,
that. I think I know the guy too.
if you pay more, you can shoot full auto from a helicopter at the invasive hogs.
Hog hunting. Pew!
Just go full Vietnam on the invasive hogs. Let's go.
Yeah, man. They're fucking awful. They tear up the land, make it hard to farm and shit. Boars will kill you. They're dangerous.
And they're smart.
Yeah. That's what happened to Bobby B, man. Boar did him, man.
Dogs look up to us.
Who?
Cats look down at us. But pigs, they treat us as equals.
And it's fucking terrifying.
Nothing like going to the bathroom in the woods and a wild hog comes after you.
Thankfully, I haven't had to deal with that. I've had animals come around while I'm in the bathroom, in the bathroom while I'm au natural taking my duty in the woods.
That's why
I'd
if you're
have to
out
worry
hunting,
about a bear or a moose.
if you're out hunting, keep the gun with you when you go to the bathroom, because you don't want to get gored by the hog.
Of course I would. I mean, I'd probably leave like my rifle in the stand or whatever, but I'll keep my pistol on me.
I mean, you're
My
keeping
dad's
it in your
nuts.
anus. Where else are you gonna keep it?
You gotta keep it in the prison pocket. No, my dad's nuts. So he walks around with a 10 mil, but he's got it like he's got the ammo where like if he needed to, he could put down a bear. He doesn't put the bear load in for like where we hunt because there's only black bear, but he takes it up just in case. Like he's like, oh yeah, like if he's heard that a bear's been around, he'll load it in and he'll be like, all right.
Well, that being said, we're all good here.
Yeah, you can so you keeping that the Gatling gun or probably get somebody to fix it up and we can use it.
All yours, man.
All right.
Yeah, use it against the orcs. Their own weapons.
If
Yep. All right. All right. Gonna get back at those fucking greenskins. Um. Yeah. Well, feel free to do whatever you need to. But when the time comes around, probably right about the blood moon or right after, your help would be greatly appreciated. And of course, as agreed upon, he kind of like looks over at Marcus. You will be all compensated.
Um, the natives could, if you get them to help, they could probably set up like traps for the army on their way here, like pitfall traps. Snares, playful
Out in
snares.
the fields, probably. Well, we'll see if we have anyone that can speak the language.
At the very least, you could probably talk to one of the dwarves at the Temple of the Mind Forge to see if they know tongues.
Hey,
Yeah.
that's true. Hadn't considered that.
maybe anyone with sending.
That was kind of back before we had established ourselves, and we hadn't really pushed the matter ever since. Because we've kept to our own, they've kept to their own, so we haven't had any diplomatic issues. But I'll send you when the time approaches. Do be safe.
We'll do, man.
We're just going after some human cockroach monster. That shouldn't be too bad.
Along with apparently some genetically modified monster derived from other animals.
I know. I was
That
making a joke to help us feel better, to boost morale.
nah,
Nah, no morale boosting.
nah. We literally have bigger issues to deal with than that right now.
Alrighty. So, what are you doing for the rest of the day?
Mary is gonna go and get completely wasted after that experience.
Alrighty.
Try to
Mary,
forget.
Mary, no, you don't want to forget.
Forgetting the eruption of
She is ignoring you.
Yellowstone.
Walter, help me out here.
What?
They're they're trying to drink themselves. I don't know, blind at this point.
I mean, if she wants to drink hard, she can drink hard. It's Dwarfen land. You have no laws against it.
I mean, there's also a name
That's
that the reason the name is Spirit Chasers.
Yeah, it's in our
This isn't
name.
the first time.
oh god.
Marcus
You gotta
probably
keep the
would go
brand up.
drink with Mary.
Can you even get drunk, Walter?
I have not since I've been resurrected, though.
You have resistance, so you
Yeah, it
can.
takes a bit more to get me drunk now, I imagine. I tried drinking regularly for a bit after I came back, but I wasn't really feeling it, so I went back to the way I used to be, only drinking like occasionally. ever since you guys introduced me to alcohol, but mostly drinking water and juice, stuff like that.
And
Shot for shot, Jesus Christ.
Okay, so I'll see you guys
oh
head
god,
to the Broken Anvil.
Oh, I'll deliver the recovered mail to the Kobold caravan.
Very well. I'll just say very quickly with that, um, the kobold thanks you, asks you for your name,
Walter Smith.
and alrighty, and he'll say that he'll pass it along to the boss, and that essentially he'll see if there'll be some form of return on your good deed. But yes, you all head to the Broken Anvil. I'm assuming Ed would, yeah, Ed would drink. Marcus would probably drink too. Everybody sits down,
Walter will just have
order
food.
beverages.
what's the current temperature like?
It's
In
October
Gate
in the
Town?
mountains. Chilly.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, it's chilly. It's brisk.
Mulled wine.
Alrighty, and that they have it. Mulled wine, mead, ale, whatever you wish for, whatever you wish to eat. And as you guys are in the bar drinking,
Larry, you doing okay?
I mean, very clearly not.
Yes. Also, who the hell is that weird fuck? As I point over to what I'm assuming going to be Florida Man, or is Florida Man tomorrow?
um,
We haven't heard anything about him coming in, and you're just assuming
yeah,
he's in.
No, I mean, to be fair, it was in Marcus's letter that he read out loud that he was on his way.
that is true. No, actually, the weirdo that you point at is Jimmy, and Jimmy's off to the
Oh,
side, conversing with several dwarves and drinking with them. He notices you
where's my?
point at him, and he just kind of nods in your direction and gives you a smile.
Hey.
Yeah, he kind of hey, but like it doesn't seem like he wants you to come over. He's just acknowledging you. And Jimmy seems to be working his magic, so to speak.
Getting people to sell their souls, that kind of stuff.
Just Jimmy things.
No. Bean, did you read what I sent you?
Uh, sorry, I'm on one monitor, so I don't notice when Discord goes.
Oh, got you. Okay.
Wait, so who all's at the bar? The
Um,
Everyone, I think.
everyone except
Right.
Walter?
Oh, Walter's
Oh, Walter
there.
did
He's
go.
just eating food.
Okay.
yeah.
Um, Anton
Hmm?
or Jarvis. You'd hear the sound of a scraping chair behind you
What
as
the
a chair
hell?
gets turned around next to Marcus.
What's happening?
Howdy, Padre. It's been 4 months since my last confession.
Has it been that
What
long?
the hell?
Lane!
I think
Lane.
that's right for Dylan. We
Yeah,
started in
yeah, I think it's been it's been about 4 months. Yeah.
Who the hell's this guy?
Marcus kind of like composes himself and he's like, "Go ahead, my child."
Is this even a proper place to do a confession?
Just go with it.
Oh, okay.
I have lied, stolen. I have committed fraud and forgery. I have made soldiers attack their comrades.
What the fuck?
I have been part of blowing up a factory.
What?
I have left one of my friends to die, and he looked very sadly over at Walter.
I'm good now.
I have uh it's been a long time.
Did he know about Walter?
I mean, yeah, he was sended
Yeah,
about
yeah,
Walter and about
yeah.
Walter's
They had
resurrection.
sent him upon his death.
I'd been sent on a number of occasions.
Yes, yes. Probably more times than Lane would have liked to have been sent.
Um I have done murder and espionage.
Is espionage a sin?
Uh
Sheriff, just what the fuck?
and I have conversed with a gator fornicator.
I
What?
see, my child. Well, are you truly sorry for all these acts that you have committed? Did you see Marcus just kind of trying to hold it together, stopping from laughing?
Uh yes.
Ah, very well. Then go forth and drink 4 Bloody Marys and 3 Allfathers. Bartender! The dwarf immediately comes over.
Context?
I need 4 Bloody Marys and 3 of those Allfather maids. Coming right up.
Marcus, can you elaborate? What's going on here?
This is Lane.
Yeah, so he'd go around and give hugs to Ed, Walter, and Marcus would be, I think, the only ones left that he recognizes.
I'd give you back your necklace, but Bruce has it right now. He'll be back soon, hopefully.
Oh well, that's all right. Uh,
Also,
y'all
hello.
staying here tonight?
Yeah, and then
I've
we're gonna head.
Marcus told me I needed to come to help with the problem tomorrow.
Oh,
Which
Something we're supposed to
problem?
do for the King of Glacier Break.
we already did it.
Well, we did, but I mean, there's more stuff. I mean, we definitely still need your help. Well, we have to go fight this cockroach guy again. Cucaracha in Austin. I don't. I think something like that. I wasn't paying attention, but yeah, we gotta do that and then come back here and stop the Nork invasion.
Or
Well,
something.
y'all been busy. Uh, where's Granny Bruce and Rita?
Bruce is off saving his sister. Granny is off saving her grandkids, and Rita is off saving the rest of her family.
Oh,
So, hello.
hi. Uh, Florida Man's the name.
Like the place?
Yep. Uh,
I'm
so
Jarvis Slim Smith.
since you haven't met this man before, um, actually, let me change over to his picture. Can we do a jump scare,
Yeah, I
Dylan?
got you. I hit you with the swiftest jump scare. Oh, look at him!
Uh, so it would be a black leather jacket is the difference, and the boots are gator
Okay.
leather. Uh, down to the fact that they're actually the snout's still on the toes of the boots.
Oh, I
What the
didn't realize it
fuck?
was that. Oh God.
That was I don't think I've described that since the original confession
Nope.
back in
I
episode
knew
1.
they were gator skin. I didn't know they were that kind of gator skin.
So there was another detail back in the first confession, Beck, of killed my neighbor's gators and turned them into boots.
Yeah, I knew that. I didn't know that they still had the snout.
I got a lot to fill y'all in on once we're in more private place.
Oh,
Well,
So
if it helps at all, first of all, I'm Jarvis Slim Smith.
nice to meet you.
As he'll reach out with one of his mechanical limbs for a handshake greeting.
He'll go for the handshake and then pull you into a hug.
Mm.
yeah, he's a
Zeus
hugger.
has come up. Zeus has come up onto his rear. As
What
there's the
like
giant frickin' metallic German Shepherd on your six.
very good.
Please let go of me.
He'd let go.
Thank you. Zeus, sit.
Bark.
Walter, growing some stubble there.
Um, yeah, when I was reincarnated, it came out like that, and then it hasn't grown ever since. It just, it's been this way since I've been resurrected.
You're a bit shorter too, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm a
Is it-
dwarf now. Hill dwarf specifically. Maybe a bit hardier, which honestly probably for the best. It's gonna be a bit awkward when I go home for Christmas, but it'll be interesting.
Don't your folks know?
Yeah, they know, but like they haven't seen me.
I mean, you actually, I never knew what you looked like before. So,
If I was taller, no stubble, and not as
but you're the same
wide. My
face.
shoulders are more broad.
I mean, for the most part,
Yeah,
yeah. He had a
face is
face.
a bit different. Yeah, he had a face.
I look mostly the same.
You ain't
Anywho,
seen no. Y'all been here for a bit?
oh yeah.
Yeah,
Why?
better part of like a few days, right?
Couple days, yeah.
No drow around, right?
We saw one drow. We killed him.
Good.
He was with the orcs. We think the orc invasion's backed by the Confederates.
The what?
The orc invasion of Glacier Break. There seems to be some Confederate involvement.
Well, that might be related to what I need to talk to y'all about.
Oh,
I just got back from that
Elaborate.
mission I had to do. Well, I told you I'm waiting till we're somewhere more private. I just got
Yeah,
back from that mission I had to do over in the Confederacy.
let's see if we could take the drinks to go or something. Go up into the room.
Alright,
Rooms? Question mark. Yeah, I think you guys got 2 rooms last time.
let's go. Zeus
But,
and Hel. I'll have Zeus and Helfreen stay outside to dissuade any people who might try to listen in.
okay. Marcus, bartender, could you send those up to the room?
The four
There'll
Bloody
be a
Marys.
surcharge, but I could do it. Yeah, the 4 Bloody Marys and the 3 All-Father meads.
Oh, missed that part.
Yeah. But yeah, you guys head up to the room with whatever beverages you had in tow. The other beverages will come shortly thereafter. And you feel that you are away from prying ears.
So
Oh, before we
first
continue,
off,
hey, Hold on. Mary,
Yeah.
you still out of it a bit?
Uh, a bit better.
Would you like to be more clear in mind?
Let me flip a coin.
I wish to continue to be drunk.
No, I don't want to risk it just yet.
Just
Maybe go to the other room and lay down or something. We'll fill you in later.
No. No, I'm right where I want to be.
I can get rid of that drunken stupor right now if you want.
I think what she needs
No.
now is a bucket on standby.
No, I'm right where I want to be.
Alright.
I think there's a bucket. I think you're supposed to like pee in it or something, but it doesn't look like there's any pee here. Here you go, Mary.
What?
Oh, I don't need a bucket.
No.
I said on standby just in case you do need it. You don't need it right now.
Hey, come on, Walter. You think they'd have indoor plumbing? They have a piss bucket.
Yeah, she
Anyways,
she
let's get.
looks like she has a
Oh,
handle on it.
I thought Marcus was talking like you're supposed to pee in it to make the to make the vomit better or whatever.
Oh no. No, it's just a fucking piss pail that he's given to her that doesn't have any pee in it.
That is not a good mixture of smells. In
No.
case anyone doesn't know.
Alright, let's just get down to business.
To defeat the Huns.
Well, this case, the Huns being the Confederacy.
Well, not really. In this case, your Huns are. What's a Hun?
I'll tell you later.
Anyway, in this case, it's probably not. It's the Drow. Y'all remember? Well, the three of you that was there. Y'all remember the symbol we had found back in the Cucaracha's place?
Yeah, the cross with the stars. We found that here too.
Yeah. Well, then what's behind the official contractors also have the symbol. And then what's behind them is they're taking orders from the Drow. Some matron mother or something.
So the
I'll
Confederates
pull out one
are
of the pamphlets because Dylan, I'm gonna need some reminding of stuff in Chaos in the Confederacy.
Okay.
so the
Okay.
Confederates are puppeted by a Drow queen.
Well, not puppeted. They've been, from what me and those what I was that was helping me over there, from what we found, they've been infiltrated. So's the, and from what we can tell, so's what the other groups like Cockroach. So I mean, like they're not under them, but
They're being influenced.
they've been yeah, like they've been getting themselves into the higher ups. Machina's part of it. Machina's
What?
been under the Drow, or at least taking orders from them in some regard.
What?
Yeah, I had to blow up one of his factories to get away from a priestess of Lolth.
Jarvis is going that moment where everything's going deaf.
Y-
Yeah.
Ma-
At the
Ma-
drow part, or at the we blew up one of his factories?
No, that Machina is involved.
Yeah, Makina's a pawn of them too, it seems. Because the factory worker, well, the factory foreman was being inspected by a priestess.
Also, Machina is a warforged, a robot man.
What? I mean, I never saw the man.
We learned that from Mr. Potlicker, the goblin in charge of the Cobalt Caravan.
I met him. I had to talk to him to get that rush order on that letter I'd sent to Padre here.
Did you get one of his business cards?
But I've got one of his business cards still.
yeah, probably.
Okay. Yeah, I keep it right next to Gator Gems.
Gator Jim.
You don't want to know, Walter. You're too pure.
So you blew up why'd you blow up a factory?
Well, because you know much about Drow, Walter?
I know
Any
that
of yous?
I know a little bit that they were like the underground elves that are evil or something. They were big into slavery.
Yeah, I mean, not all of them's evil. Like, you got, what was it, Zuri?
Zuri Zuri was complicated. She did kill a cucaracha just out of nowhere when we were just talking to
I
her.
mean, I've told you a dozen times, Walter, I was about to do the same thing.
You worked with a good drow, and that was Chris's character, Subsal.
Yep. And then, I guess Subsal was a Drow.
Yep.
Yep. Yeah,
For some reason, Chris sent the picture of a Hispanic elf for some reason, but yes, he was a drow.
yeah. Yeah. One of the people that was helping me was a Drow. Um, one of them was a dwarf that wanted to stop singing this song. But
Oh
yeah,
yeah.
though the operation was a success anyway.
Was it Diggy Diggy Hole?
Well, I hope it was. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, ever since not Bjorn, Thor and Oakenshield came on the scene, every dwarf seems to intrinsically know Diggy Diggy Hole.
Since who?
Thor and Oakenshield, famous artists that these guys know, but I've yet to meet.
What's your guys' passive perception?
I will say, though Jarvis isn't the best, Zeus has a passive of 16.
Isn't he outside guarding the door?
This would be inside of the room.
Okay.
Beck, you have a -5 to your
Yeah,
passive
I have
for
a -5.
having.
I have a 9 right
A
now.
9.
Then for
Mary,
Jarvis, that's 13.
Mary, with a -5, Mary's is a 7.
Okay, I'd say Jarvis, you would notice that Mary, and you've kind of passively noticed it, and only like are really like taking note of it now. Mary has been staring at Lane intensely this entire time and has not stopped doing so.
Staring how?
Oh my god, is Lane Aaron's uncle? Or
I mean,
grandfather?
grandfather would be way too far. Right? Because Aaron is like 20 something, and he came from 2022,
Maybe a descendant or something. I don't know.
2023. He came from 2023.
Can't,
I don't
I'm
know.
just
Lane's probably
asking
an ancestor.
how how is he staring? Like with surprise, shock, malice?
I was she's staring. She's staring at him like she kind of like when you look at someone and you're like, I swear to God, I've seen them before. She's like trying to place where she's
Clinton.
seen him before.
Like there's a familiarity in there. Okay. Mary, what's up?
I don't know.
You feel sick?
He looks familiar. Did Aaron ever meet him? Since Jarvis seems to think that I'm Aaron.
Did?
I don't think he did.
No.
Then,
I mean, yeah, I can tell you all the answer to that is no.
well, Mary, you seem to be a
Yeah.
bit disturbed, and I can alleviate some of that if you let me.
Okay.
Less the restoration on Mary.
Okay, so in this case, I'd be curing the drunkenness. Yes.
Yep.
Okay, you are
But if
no
she's
longer
blackout drunk, she'll
drunk.
forget everything as soon as that catches up with her.
Yeah, she's no longer poisoned, so she's no longer
Mm.
drunk.
All right,
I can
Dylan.
do it
So I
again
pull
and
out.
get rid of.
What I said?
Sorry. No,
I
let
can
let Anton go ahead.
Okay, go ahead.
I can do it again if you feel like it would be helpful in other spots.
No. No. I don't forget faces though. Well, except
Well,
for the faces I did forget.
all I can say is tomorrow we will get a lot of things answered. Hopefully.
But Florida Man would pull out the pamphlet that a pamphlet, like a trifold pamphlet. Um and included inside different things that he's showing you in it would be like that symbol and
How to
a
subvert a
symbol
government
of
101.
a symbol of a drow house. Um, I don't know if there's a way for Dylan to show you this.
Yep. Hold on.
Oh wait, I can copy the image address from there. Maybe does this work?
It does.
We saw that symbol too. It's I'll take out the
Yeah.
sanguine star. No, it wasn't
Oh
the
Is it
yeah,
sanguine
the
star.
that
same?
The
thing
metal
cursed as
badge,
hell.
the drow badge.
Oh, that's right. That thing
Is
is
it the
like
same? The same symbol?
evil. Yep. It's also evil.
Um,
I don't know
there
if it just
is.
popped up when I hit show too, but it should also
It
be in
did.
your important hand. Okay, good. That for the other symbol.
And then there is a ledger from Machina Industries where they are supplying Housepawn Ray as well. As well as Grant and Lee. And whoever Essie is. Because I don't remember who Essie is.
We've seen that signature before though.
That's the same
Essie.
signature from Lukukarach's ledger. Yep, that's right.
And everyone but Walter would know that Essie was on the Banjo Man too.
Was it? No, it wasn't the banjo. It
It's what
was
you told me.
the.
I'm like, that doesn't sound right, but I believed you.
No, it was the Nosferatu from Carl Bell. Different vampire.
Ah, okay.
He had a locket.
Dylan, there is one more name on this ledger that I don't remember if it's relevant or if it's just on the ledger.
What's the name?
Day Lawnfall.
Yeah, yeah.
Did Zuri say what house she was from?
A beer.
Yep, it was a beer.
Hmm.
But yeah, so yeah, we're gonna take back our well, hopefully the plan works.
Actually, hold on. One of you, any of you, all of you. You can make a history
Somebody,
check.
anybody,
At
everybody.
disadvantage. Can't
Involving
use
what?
guidance because this is not something that we're trying to think about actively. 2 nat 20, let's go. 6. Okay.
What did you say? History?
Yeah, history.
Flash.
Okay. So I had to roll
Thank you,
lanes.
Marcus.
I had to roll Florida Man in the other room because it's different level.
6.
But he got an 8.
Well done, Marcus. Well
Okay.
done.
And Mary got a 19.
Okay.
I got a 19 as well with Flash.
So, Jarvis and Mary. Mary's been into the Hunters Association now, correct? Specifically the one in Austin.
Yes.
Yes.
Has she perused the bounty board?
I mean, she looked over it. Yeah.
Alright, you'd
Okay.
remember everything on it.
Perfect. Yeah, and she would. You would remember, and Jarvis, you would remember that for one of the 5-star bounties. Oh, wait, I'm sorry. No. Mary wouldn't be able to because she's never been to. This would be for the marshals. Oh, I might have made a big
Mary's never
mistake
been to the
here.
marshals.
Jarvis, have you been to the marshals?
Yeah.
Not in Austin, I don't believe.
Okay, so Jarvis, because it would have been out in San Francisco as well because it's a major one.
Mhm.
The 5-star bounty for the gang known as the Tanglin Sanguine.
Yeah.
Well, Mary's been to
You
that one.
you remember that their leader's name was Cyrus Delonfall.
Shit, where have I heard that name?
I just said it.
Sorry.
It was on the ledger that Florida Man was just reading.
Oh.
Well, the last name Delonfall was on the register, but yes.
Yes.
Cyrus, you said.
No, I just said Delonfall.
Now you would remember Cyrus.
Dawnfall Cyrus. Cyrus Dawnfall. Oh, Scheisse. A twitch starts forming in Jarvis's right eye.
So anyway, we're pretty sure that the symbol from La Cucaracha and the one that I have is the 5 dragons. But it's also there might be like 5 parts to how the drow are trying to infiltrate. Because you
5
got La
dragon?
Cucaracha, you got you got the Confederacy, you got Machina. I don't know who the other 2 are though.
And it's possible it could be both, because, having symbolism meaning multiple things.
Yeah, so he'll show you the symbol again. It's mysterious letter in your backside in the handouts. It's like a cross symbol with the gems or the stars around it. You got your
Yeah.
5 colors of dragons, and there's only one of each dragon here, is what the Hunters Association said. And the black one's dead. They got it mounted over their fireplace. And the black one's off to the side.
Hey, we met a red great worm in Yellowstone, but he hasn't moved in decades. Could he be involved?
I don't know.
If he is, I don't
Look,
think he's involved willingly.
all I know is that the Confederacy and whatever power the official contractors get their power from, uh, it's to do with that. And hopefully, what me and my newer friends had done there is going to work, and we'll have the Confederacy in charge of the Confederacy again.
Wait, what?
Instead of the draft.
But do we even want the Confederacy to be?
Jarvis,
I
we're
mean,
both
that's my
union
home.
folks. It's a bit awkward with this, but ideally, whatever the Confederacy is would be better than what the Drow is. The
All I
devil
know right
you
now
know,
is
basically.
the devil I know is Machina right now because my folks are fucking working for them.
Well, no, they're working for, and if they're working for him, they're working for the Drow. Which again,
which I'm
I didn't
hoping
do
they are
nothing.
ignorant to.
I didn't do nothing for helping Machina become Machina again. All I did was blow up a factory.
Oh, shit. That reminds me. Remember the factory in Washington?
Yeah, the Warforged factory.
Do you think he's doing anything with that now?
Well, not specifically with that factory, but with the data, yeah. Because that's why
We
fake Marcus was sent there, right?
Fake
right.
Marcus.
I'm so
Oh,
regretting not
Some guy
killing
named
him.
Vex.
Vox.
Vox. Fuck. Some guy named Vox impersonated Marcus for a time.
Ah, which reminds me. Jarvis puts his hand into his bag of holding, pulls out his rail cannon, and points it at Florida Man.
Just like points it at him like you're gonna
Jesus
shoot him.
Christ!
Yes.
He stares you down straight faced.
I'm going to do something, and it's not going to hurt you.
Well, that's a shame.
I'm going to cast a spell magic on him, targeting any illusions.
Okay.
I mean, that's not how Vox was disguised, but okay.
I don't fucking know.
would Lane? No, right? You don't have any active illusions, right?
Um,
Yeah, it's hiding his true eldritch form.
No, I mean like if it was anything that's like part of his like invocations or something like that.
no,
No,
no.
no? Okay.
Yeah, when you're staring at him after you do it, you'd probably notice some blood coming out on the corner of his mouth.
Fuck. Why are you bleeding?
Oh, sorry, I didn't wipe my face good after.
After what?
Would Walter jump in to explain back?
Uh,
He had a big thing about whenever he saw combat, he would sample blood of different creatures.
yeah, he'd do that. He ate the hearts of creatures he'd kill. He sampled a different blood. I think
So
it's
is he
related
just
to
a
the swamp
connoisseur?
gas in the sky.
So he's just a connoisseur of different things, or is he essentially a cannibal?
Maybe
No, I mean you
both.
just never know. You never know what's good until you try it. Choopy blood is pretty spicy though. I'd stay away from that one if you're less inclined to spice.
I, I yeah, it's hard to tell with Lane.
All right.
I had to look at his list of bloods he's tasted.
Yeah, right. You don't you have that like on his bio part?
I do.
Amazing.
All right. Um. So we all believe he's good, right?
I mean, yeah, that's Lane. I
Do
trust him.
you? Since this is my first time technically meeting him, can any of you prove it?
I mean, I will say this for the three people that in the party that knew Florida Man. No one else would just walk up and do the backwards chair thing and
Yeah,
start doing confession in the middle of a bar.
Yeah, no
yeah,
one
I'm
else
pretty
would
sure.
have done that confession.
yeah. Like that's our thing.
But if you need something else, how did you escape the uh, Confederates outside of Shushack?
Well, landed in the river after what he had blasted me, and I made myself look dead, and then I drifted down the river.
Yep, sounds right.
All right.
And then they started coming, so me and Bruce found a guy to frame as who had stole the people that had stolen the people that Walter freed, and we cut off his fingers to make it look like he had already been tortured for what he had done.
Wait, what? Walter did not know that part.
I don't think anyone but him and Bruce knew that part.
You did what?
Is that true, Bruce?
Bruce is
Bruce
Yeah, that's-
is in
come on,
here.
Add that to the confession, Padre.
I mean, all right. You still haven't finished the Bloody Marys, so.
He's been drinking the Bloody Marys.
Did you just grab some random guy, cut his finger off?
Well, no, I mean he was already a shady guy. He was a drug pusher in shoe shop.
Are you
That's
sure?
right. That's
What?
right.
I'm positive.
Insight check that.
Didn't B and Bruce try to find a shady guy for it, like
Yeah,
specifically?
I remember that. Like, I wasn't the one that ran that, but I was there for it. I remember that very distinctly.
Do you want an insight, or I mean, do you want a persuasion, or it's a persuasion,
If it's
right?
Yeah,
true,
it'd
it's
be persuasion. Yeah, it's true. So.
What is my modifier? Okay.
Oh man, that's right. How could I forget that you guys did that?
23. Okay.
You did it.
Okay.
I mean, really, me and Bruce had to do something to save Walter, because Walter broke in and did free what they view as their property, and they were going to come take him.
All right then. Jarvis puts down his mag cannon. So it's no longer pointing at the Florida man.
I mean, Zuri went and talked to them anyways, and they left. So
Yeah, they also took the man.
that I didn't know.
He didn't have
Because I was not
he didn't have a
involved.
tongue or fingers anymore. But yeah,
Yeah,
Oh.
I mean, I never asked her about that, but she did tell me that she just flashed a badge and they fucked off.
yeah, Zuri's good people.
Zuri's not good people. What if the badge
Zuri!
was this? I hold up the drow badge.
It probably was. Yeah, I think it
No, I mean
was.
she was different house.
Different house, yeah, but while you were gone, when we were in Washington, they were going to try and attack people in the arena in New Neanzaru. She was there with a contractor. Or, well,
I mean,
we thought that they were going to
you're
try
here
to.
with a contractor.
Yeah.
Where?
I mean, I'm not one of the official ones, but I mean that's the name of the class in this game.
I know.
No one actually
This is
uses the real
this is
names.
Tom's character. Come on, man. Of course he's going to go where?
I try to use the official what the names we're supposed to use.
No, yeah, that's fair. Just like, even though you call him Padre, technically clerics or preachers is what the class is.
Yeah, but that's not that's just me calling him that because
No,
he's who I
no,
confess to.
no, but Marcus will. Yeah, it was weird. We caught her, and they said that they were looking for someone. Um, Gabriel and I interrogate. Oh yeah, you didn't meet Gabriel, did you?
No, I did meet Gabriel. He didn't meet Gabriel. He did.
No,
because he
yeah,
left
Lane.
before Yellowstone. We didn't
Yeah,
meet
Lane didn't
Gabriel
meet
until
Gabriel.
Yellowstone.
Yeah. Well, so
He
I'd say at this point, this is where
he left
Marcus
before
would, if he hadn't already, which I'm pretty sure he hadn't, would fill you in on his escapades when he left the group, which would sort of fill in the gap for Lane as to why someone was able to come in and replace him in the first place. And he would essentially, I think, yeah, Beck, you were the only one that was there for that one shot. Well, so basically, I told her that I would meet her in Austin. So I left the group and I made my way to Austin. And, I was trying to help her find a way to get home. So I figured, well, the only person that would know how to do that is Master Silverspell. So we went to the college and we tried. He cast some spell. I don't remember what it was called. But we were all kind of like sitting there on cushions holding hands. And then we saw the place where she came from, which looked like a really big cave. and then it started flashing visions of, well, kind of looked like hell, and it was kind of weird and creepy. And then he said that he'd have to try again the next day, but he'd have to just be in the room with her because there was some sort of interference because of me, which I don't know what he meant by that. And then for some reason or another, well, Zuri came and talked to me, and then we went to get a drink, and then one thing led to another, and well, and he just kind of smiles at you, Lane.
He
You know.
claps him on the back.
But yeah, and then I said goodbye to her and everything, and she went, and I talked to Master Silverspell after that, and he said that it was successful. He managed to send her back, which he was really surprised about because, well, when he tried it in the past, he said he couldn't get it to work. Let
Probably was a
alone,
once in a million kind of thing.
yeah, I mean, I guess I don't know enough about that kind of magic, but then that's what happened with that. And I'm assuming for brevity that the rest of you would explain like everything else that happened after you parted with Lane.
Yeah.
Yeah, while I was dead, I fought this vampire named Strahd. I
God
stabbed him in
damn
the
it.
balls.
I took a lightning bolt to the face and grounded it with my blade arm
Uh,
as I flexed my arm, showing the blade.
There's some hags living in the wood, in the swamp outside of San Francisco.
Oh yeah, there's that we gotta deal with.
Yeah, we're gonna deal with that, and then
I
that's
got my
after.
grocery list of things we need to do.
So we're gonna deal with the Kukaracha. Then we're coming back here to help Glacier Break, and then we're going to. I think we'll be able to pick up the docks thing in Austin when we're back there for the monster. And then we can go from here to San Francisco and figure out what the hell happened with Aaron.
well, shit,
Well,
that's a lot
Actually,
of
no.
traveling.
First, we need to throw a rock at a portal that we attracted.
That's a lot of traveling.
Wasn't there that
We can teleport
gunslinging
now.
contest? Didn't Bruce want to go to that?
Yeah, that's right.
I
Forgot
don't
about
think
that.
we have time for that now.
I mean, we might. You never know.
So I guess Florida Man would explain what happened in the Confederacy as well. Um, so basically, he had said the operation to Marcus in sending, and I think Marcus had repeated it to the others, but I think that's all that had been said.
Yeah.
So, Operation Omnipresent Chaotic Time Bomb has been set up successfully.
When does that happen?
Um, so it's gonna go off. Um, go to my DMs with Dylan real quick.
I mean, that will be an easy Control F. Operation Omnipresent Chaotic
It's
Time
not what I've never typed it out in our DMs. I don't think.
Oh.
The 11th of November.
Of November. Okay, I'm like, it's the 16th of October, isn't it?
Yeah, so it'll go up next month.
Will
Yeah,
anyone innocent
and
be
that's
hurt?
when hopefully it'll go. Well, I mean, people innocent are already getting hurt.
Oh.
But no, I mean, there's no explosion, Walter. What do you take me for?
I thought you said there were bombs.
Well, I mean, it's a metaphor. You ever heard of a time capsule? Because that's all this is.
Insight checking the metaphorical bomb.
What was it? A +5? I'm gonna hold my beer.
Very quickly, I have two questions. Bruce told you guys where he was going when he left, right?
Not
Yes.
specifically. He just said he was going to get his sister.
Oh,
Yes.
okay.
And that she was in the out east somewhere.
Okay, so never mind on that. And I will say, I will ask. I'll ask Luke for next session, since everyone's effectively catching each other up on things. If he remembers, if he would then use this opportunity to have told his story to connect additional dots.
This is like Vox Machina learning about Vecna.
Yeah, I mean, so basically, what it is we went around and we planted a bunch of time capsules in every major city. And then we convinced a bunch of people that they had been buried for a while and got a bunch of interest in them that they were going to be open soon.
Oh,
And we put a bunch of information about, hey, uh, take back our place because there's elves, there's bad elves controlling it.
so it's not a terrorist act. It's just you planted a bunch of information bombs. I see, to get the
Well,
public
I
riled
mean,
up.
well, yeah, I mean, there's gonna be basically, Walter, if we just told, I don't know, Atlanta about it.
Where's Atlanta? Tennessee?
Well, Georgia.
Georgia?
George.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
They the military could come in, they'd quash whatever uprising happened because of that right quick. But if you have it spread out over the whole country at the same time, well, then there might just be a chance.
That that's so crazy. It just might work.
Um,
Just works.
it just works.
Oh,
Might actually be foolproof. Might actually be not one proof.
But yeah, so I mean, I was told to come here to help y'all tomorrow, and apparently that's already done. Um,
Blame Marcus. He didn't tell us what was happening until we learned from Bjorn.
I mean, he told me like a month ago.
And then he left.
I
And
just had to
Well,
I had to finish up around with going to all the cities, a lot of traveling.
well,
But he was
I
saying
had
it.
made the deal when I was in Glacier Break after I left you guys, so I didn't have the immediate opportunity to tell you. And then, well, I kind of forgot.
Well, we planted. Yeah, there's 16 scattered around. Yeah. So we'll find out how that goes. But yeah, I haven't been doing the kind of jobs we were, so I had to spend all my money getting here. And if there's not a job, I'm gonna have to find some kind of work here.
you could probably join up with Bjorn and help out with dealing with the oncoming orc while we take on the monster heading for Austin, unless you want to help out with that.
I mean, I'd like to, but the voice in the sky says that my level's too low.
Your level is too low.
The great swamp gas
the
told me
hell
that
was
I'm
that?
not. I need to get some more
I do
power.
not meet the level requirements for this quest.
Yeah, yeah. The great swamp gas told me I need to go and kill some rats.
You must increase your level.
Yeah, just talk to Bjorn, I guess. Say you're with us, but you're sticking around to help out.
Ed, give me Aaron's weird money container.
You mean his wallet?
There ain't no wallets. But yeah.
When did wallets become a thing? What?
I don't know, but back then there's no cash in this world. It's all gold coins. You're not putting gold coins in a wallet.
Wallets were first have a history stretching back to 1600s.
Yeah, they exist in the real world. They wouldn't be used at any point since Ed's been here.
Yeah, they've fallen out of favor probably.
Ed wouldn't correct it to be wallet. He don't know what a wallet is. Except for Aaron's.
Oh, his
But
foldable coin pouch. All right.
Foldable coin pouch.
and Mary Mary would open it up and there'd be like the little picture folio thing that you put in a wallet to have
Yep.
like pictures of kids or whatever.
Yeah.
It's been established that Aaron had one of those with the previous great members of the family, the treasure hunters. And he would
This
flip
is correct.
yeah. Mary would flip through it and find an oil painting of a long-haired man in gator skin.
Does she show everyone
That's where I
this?
saw him before. Yeah. Well, she'd say that's where I
Well,
saw him before.
You've never. I don't think you've ever looked at his
I
wallet.
mean, I went through all of his stuff
Oh.
before I put it in the bag to bring to y'all.
Oh, okay. Yeah, didn't know that. Okay. Sorry.
I mean, I didn't take anything, but I looked at it to see if any of it would say anything about where I came from.
Okay, that makes sense. Of course you'd remember that because you saw it.
alright.
But
But
it would be what would it? Where is it?
Has everyone consumed their alcohol?
It would say great 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 grandfather. And then the name would be covered up with tape. But it would say Lane as the first name.
Oh, okay. This is some weird timey-wimey bullshit. This
Lane,
is
you're
not my
Aaron's
area.
ancestor?
Who's
Dun, dun,
Oh,
dun.
Aaron's
Well,
your friend
from
you
a
said
different.
that you lost.
You might be dead. You might be Mary. It's complicated. We don't know.
We'll find out in the morning.
Well, I must have done something good if you had my picture in the wallet.
Is your last name Hemer?
Who's asking?
Just Walter, out of curiosity.
Yeah. Yeah.
Huh. Well, your name makes it to the 21st century, I guess.
There's also no good way of showing this, but they have the exact same face and have the entire time.
He's been planning it from the start.
I only changed the hair and the clothes.
Yo, look, Aaron. And hold on. Yeah, you really did only change the hair and the clothes.
Damn. That really masks it.
And the fact that Florida Man has hair down past his ass.
Man, when we get Aaron back, he's gonna be excited to meet his one of his first treasure hunter ancestors.
It's a shame Aaron's dead.
Yeah. I think I'm gonna go lay down now.
All right, you go do that.
How much did Mary spend going shot for shot with dwarves for a bit
With dwarves, you
before slowing down?
before slowing down, probably about 5 golds worth.
Yeah, that's fine.
Well, I've
Pocket
purged the
change.
poison from their system.
Yeah, not the dehydration.
The dehydration's still there. Poison's gone.
Yep. But yeah, so that's hopefully gets back the country and also, puts a dent in whatever the drow are trying to do with the whole thing. But it seems like they might be behind your other two problems too, since it's the Cucaracha seemed involved in the same people, from what we found.
That's
What, you think they're making BOW? You think you're making BOWs?
You what now?
I'm not good with
Biological
acronyms.
weapons.
Say it again, Anton. Sorry.
Biological weapons.
No, I mean he makes mutants. That's what he does.
Those would be biological weapons, but I don't think we have a word for that yet. Like the Geneva Convention has not come around.
What's a Geneva?
Well, then again, he's from Florida.
He's a
MWMDs.
That is
he's
not a term
above
yet.
he's above average
Magical
on
weapons of
intelligence
mass
and wisdom.
destruction.
Still not a term yet.
I'm making it.
No.
Wait. Did you say magical weapons of mass destruction? MWMDs?
Yes.
WebMDs.
Time to take out Iraq. They got MWMDs.
They're using that genie magic. They've got Ali Din and Alibaba in a fucking nuke.
Oh my god. Holly Bush. Holly is the ancestor to George Bush.
Get the fuck
Oh.
out of here. Gonna-
No, Holly is the ancestor to Halle Berry. Why do you think Holly has good berry and can grow berries? Plus, the first name is similar.
Yeah, but she's also
knew-
Bush.
I knew that's what you were planning all along.
Okay, stepping back from a bit. So in the morning, we are hopefully going to restore Mary's memories, or possibly uh, whoever they are at this point. Because now it's just getting complicated.
Is that gonna kill the girl?
We're just casting Greater
Um,
Restoration.
It's not going to kill them. Technically, they would become one with who they were previously.
I mean, that's the hope, right?
And then if it turns out they are one and the same, when we do meet up with the hags to figure out why they did what they did, maybe we could work out a deal to get them to both exist simultaneously as separate people.
You do realize that's literally dividing the one person into two separate people.
Yeah,
right?
but if we word it right, it won't go wrong.
No, that sounds going wrong all the way, man.
Nah, you just gotta get Gator Jim on the writing of the wording.
You
I'm
said
just
not
gonna
to
say
ask
this.
about Gator Jim. I'm still confused.
What would happen if I took your brain and separated it into two different bodies?
Well, there'd be 2 Walters, right?
I mean, I wouldn't let you do it.
Yeah, that
I mean,
sounds
Well,
right. That sounds like
good,
there'd be 2
good,
Walters.
good luck
two
trying.
Walters that would feel mentally, emotionally, and physically incomplete and probably would go insane.
Well, no,
they
right?
would feel
Because if you took
wrong.
the brain and you split it in half and you put it in two different people, then Marcus here could just heal the other halves and then make two Walters.
Is there still an old Walter body?
Yeah, it's
Mm.
buried out back behind my
Behind the
grandparents'
woodshed?
house.
I'm pretty
Oh.
sure that is been decayed quite a bit now.
Yeah, what if you tried to resurrect that? Would you have two Walters?
We thought about
I
it
don't
and didn't
know
like
what
the
would
idea of
happen.
it.
And if I'm correct, it wouldn't work because technically you're already alive.
I still like to think of my other body as an entirely different version of me who died. And I get to live again. Evil Walter.
Retlaw.
Good old Ritlaw.
My evil twin, Retap.
Can't believe Retlaw is behind the Drow who are behind everything.
Yeah, man. The Drow who are behind everything and may also have
Apparently, they're the
dragons behind them.
The final BBEG is just Walter multi-classed into every class simultaneously. Like has
20 levels
20
in
in
all of
every
them.
class.
Absurd!
Not absurd. Well, a complete absurd. So like instead of 1 in every class, it's 20 in every class.
Oh, you think it's just 20? No, I'm gonna give Dylan my level 60 expansion.
Oh yeah, y'all are fucked. Bean and I have been planning this. Ultra Walter.
Anywho,
Level 60 in all 13 classes.
That's disgusting. I couldn't even imagine managing the sheet. You wouldn't even remember after the first like 2 whole classes what you could even do.
Basically, it's just you can't. There's no way you could kill him. Is the other thing.
okay. We all good now?
Well,
Everyone surely freaked the fuck out.
I'm not freaked out. This is normal.
yeah, this is
Well,
pretty
you're.
normal for us.
Yeah, it seems bog standard now. We've had
I'm
weird stuff.
just. I'm just gonna eat. No, I'm just gonna go to bed now. How about that?
Jarvis, would you like me to take your confession or perhaps pray for you tonight?
I don't believe in prayer.
Oh, that's a shame.
I
Heathen.
believe in counseling, though.
I can do that.
But I'm fine.
Alrighty. So, if there is nothing else, I will say that is where we will call it for tonight. And we will pick up next week, seeing if Marcus's greater restoration can restore Mary to her senses and cure her amnesia, and what is to come, as well as if Ed, in fact, lost his memory of the adventure. And if he didn't, if he told you all around this little campfire chat as you began to figure things out and piece things together.
Wait a second. I think chaos in the Confederacy was related to Wee Wee.
I'm gonna shoot him.
You know, it could have been. It might be. It definitely is.
Oh,
Uh,
before we end, would y'all be letting Florida Man stay in one of the 2 rooms? Because he does not
not
have
in my room.
my room. Okay. He used all his money getting here for the job that Marcus had for him. That doesn't get paid.
I mean, he does technically have a job for you still. The thing has not been fully resolved, but you know.
It's true.